We are live, guys. Welcome to the channel. This is your host, Lord of Lips, as you guys know, coming to you from the Know It Alls page. Another installment of a live stream. I got my man in the building.
What's going on, y'all? Invented Vitality.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. You guys know what it is. Who's the real Know It All? No, my Know It All's in the building. So we are live now, man. Where shall we start? Where shall we start?
I mean, you know where I want to start. I want to start on the halftime show, but we got to start with the game. You know, it's only right.
Oh, you want to start with the actual game?
Yeah, we got to start on the game. That's where we start out.
Okay. We'll start there. Well, before we get into that, you guys know, like, comment, subscribe, share the page, hit the bell as well, hit the comments. I got the live chat on. Drop some comments below. Let's get let's get into it. I got a lot to say to y'all. No cap. I got a lot to say to everybody in the building today. Let me go ahead and do it like this. Bear with me, guys. Anybody in the chat, identify yourself. Y'all know my rules. No peeking.
He said no peeking.
Oh, shit. Where we go?
No. You gonna be able to play videos on that?
Yeah, I can play videos on there.
I'm not gonna start this one over.
Yeah, there we go. All right, we back. Nope, we in here.
Yeah.
We in here. All right, guys. I'm just playing with some of the settings. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Hey, what'd you think of the game now?
Well, I mean, the ultimate outcome I was happy with, but I wanted a dogfight, obviously, as a fan of football. But
speak up a little bit for me.
I wanted the Chiefs to go down. A three-peat in the NFL is insane.
You did? You wanted them to win?
No, I wanted them to go down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wanted the Chiefs to lose for sure.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts, I like Jalen Hurts coming out of college. I was hoping Pittsburgh would draft him, but we went elsewhere with it. But yeah, I mean, it was a good game. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is on his back foot constantly. That's a good talking point. But
who'd you watch the game with?
I watched it with my daughter at the crib.
Okay.
Yep. So we had a good time.
It was just y'all two?
Yep, just us. Had some wings.
And y'all should have slid. I had a good time, man. I had a real damn good time, man. My whole family. We had about 50 people over at my parents' house. That was including kids and stuff, but we had food. Yeah, we had food and family. It was a good little event here. I'm blanking. Y'all still bear with me, man. I know it's a little bit rough to start. A little bit rough. Don't worry about that though. Anybody in the chat?
Check it.
You gotta check.
Make sure we live.
All right, but yeah, I mean, I thought the energy was there at first. I'm here now, guys. I thought the energy was there as far as the game. However, it kind of obviously the air got taken out of the building a little bit by halftime. I think the score by halftime was what, 24-0.
Yes.
24-0 or 17-0, one of the two. And the Eagles just dominated all game. The Eagles been dominant since the fifth week in the NFL. I think they started 2-2, and they've taken off since then. We know Saquon has had a record year. I think he almost broke Emmett Till, or was it? I said Emmett Till. Apology.
Who is it?
He almost broke the record.
Is it Barry?
No, it was Eric Dickerson or somebody. He almost broke the record. Obviously, there's 17 games in the season now, so it's a little bit different. But Saquon had a killer year. I predicted early on. I said it was going to be Eagles in Baltimore. I thought we was going to get Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry versus Saquon and Jalen.
Yeah.
Now that didn't happen, but we did get the Eagles, and I've had the Eagles winning all year. And if you followed me, I've said from the jump that I did not believe in no circumstance that I think the Chiefs was going to three-peat. So with that being said, the Lakers are still the last team Shaq and Kobe is still the last American sports team to win 3 straight titles. Put that on y'all's head top. Y'all think about that when y'all think about the greatest. But he said him and Tiff, stop using that damn emoji, bro. Y'all gotta chill with that emoji, bro. Yeah, shout out to the Lakers. Shout out to Shaq and Kobe. People coming in the chat crazy. Drop a comment, man. Y'all know how to comment. Drop a comment. But yeah, the game was good. I thought the energy in the building was really good. People, because I still was saying during halftime, I said, that's Patty Mahomes over there, guys. Like, everybody don't get ahead of yourself. And I thought I thought he was going to come out in the second half and make it a game, but they just didn't.
It was the Hopkins drop. When you saw the Hopkins drop, you saw the whole momentum come out of the building. The whole team deflated a little bit. You had the dramatic guy on the bench. I'm not sure who it was. Fall to his knees. They got the memes out there.
Who?
I don't know.
What'd you say?
Defensive tackle for the Chiefs.
Oh,
he fell to his knees.
Chris Jones?
Yeah. Chris After the Hopkins drop.
Yeah.
Man, that was a big moment.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's when they came out at halftime. It was still a chance. 24 was the halftime deficit. Still a game.
But here's the thing.
Patty on legacy time. He comes out.
Here's the thing. He started forcing passes at the end of the second quarter going into the halftime. He was forcing some passes. He threw a few picks. But here's the thing. Philly's front line is just too big.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of Hunter, you're lame. There's a lot of Cowboys fans out there probably watching. Michael, whoever else. Fuck y'all, by the way. It's still nation over here. Yeah, for sure. But y'all are so lame, bro. Don't spam my shit with that. Anyways, if I'm a Cowboys fan or anybody in NFC, it's gonna be a couple years, bro. Philly got a good team. The Hummer Review says, how irritated are you that a black quarterback won the Super Bowl? I'm not irritated at all. Shout out to Jalen Hurts, bro. Happy Black History Month, man. What are we talking about? I thought we was gonna get a black Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry and Jalen Hurts. And I thought it was just gonna be all. I thought it was just if I catch you on here lying, I'm reporting you. You ain't gonna see one lie come out of my mouth, brother. Not gonna happen. But I want to know, y'all ain't talking about the Super Bowl. Why ain't nobody talking about the Super Bowl?
It's a blowout.
Why ain't nobody talking about the Super Bowl? Nobody talking about the Super Bowl no more? That ain't America's game no more?
Somebody stole the show.
Did that?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get to that.
Can't talk about it yet.
We definitely gonna get to that. I'm just saying it's going on day 2. Super Bowl was Sunday. We're going on about 48 hours. 48 hours ago was the Super Bowl. America's biggest game, right? Ain't nobody talking about the Super Bowl.
Football's over.
Nobody talking about the Super Bowl, man.
Football's over. Now we're in this dead time.
I'm
not the biggest baseball fan.
But anyways, back to my point, man. Philly's front line was just dominating Kansas City. Now, when I was at my parents' house watching the Super Bowl, my dad was just saying he can't remember a time where Mahomes and them looked like that. And I'm like, I don't know if y'all remember, but when they faced Tampa Bay, Khalil said the Super Bowl was on. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people ain't even acknowledging that we had a Super Bowl, but I was having to remind my dad, and I know y'all in the chat remember this, but Khalil Hall says Pat Mahomes don't got what Brady got. What else is there to say? I don't know. That's a conversation we're going to have. We're going to have that conversation here in about 5 minutes. But I do want to remind everybody that a few years ago when we had the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it wasn't a shootout. It was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense that dominated. Kansas City had no O-line. They could not stop Tampa Bay from rushing. They was rushing 3. They was barely blitzing. Same with Philly. They was only rushing 3 people. They barely blitzed. And they was getting through every second. Patrick Mahomes only had maybe a second or so to get the ball off and make these decisions. That's why they neutralized Travis Kelce. Obviously, DeAndre Hopkins and stuff. Khalil says Brady over Mahomes. I think that's got to be a convo that we got to visit, man. I heard
Brady's not going out like that.
I heard, and it was really ironic that Brady was
Yeah.
Hey, somebody, can we talk about Brady getting the big game? Brady was announcing the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did.
And I know it's Brady, blood drinking baby, baby blood drinking Brady, but I seen Greg Olsen complain because we know he was like, it was Greg Olsen, Tony Romo, and now Brady that is the players that transitioned over into announcing. Yeah. And Greg Olsen is always covering, he'd been covering the Fox games and stuff. He said that he was low-key salty, and he's talked to, Fox that he's not comfortable with just doing, these typical games. He wanted to get the big gig. And somehow Brady's first year, amongst a lot of complaints, a lot of people has complained about his commentary. And I mean, I thought he did fairly good. I ain't gonna lie. I do not like Brady being Shane said it was Ozempic Brady. I do not like Brady being that accessible. Me personally, I think I know we all talk about this. We got something called Goat Mountain, where I think if you're one of the goats, you should go away to Goat Mountain when you're done playing, and that helps mystify your legacy. A good thing that somebody that we're going to talk about later does is he does his art and he goes away. You don't catch him on social media. You can't attach him and attack him using social media. So
I feel like Brady's different though, because Brady is a team owner. If I'm not mistaken,
he's trying to be.
He has some of it, I believe, of the Raiders.
Yeah.
He carries weight in the background. I think once you hit there, commentary gets kind of awkward. I don't know.
Oh, as far as like conflict of interest?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're just broadcasting, sure, but still, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that it could be a conflict of interest. But the thing to what Brady is doing, this is a good little segue. Shit, we here now. There's a couple things I want to get off my chest about Brady. Brady is trying to be a majority owner of an NFL team. I think he's gone in partnership with a couple people to have part ownership in the team. But I know he's trying to own an NFL team, but Brady wasn't breaking the bank until his last few years. And Brady, I think a few years ago, he was at $500 million. You need well over that to be able to own a team or even part ownership in a team. So Brady has continued. That's why that was his beef with Giselle, his wife. That was his beef. She wanted him to come home and watch these fucking kids. He said, "Wait, are y'all in the same room? Oh my God, I'm high. I thought it was a split screen the whole time." Right. Yeah, no split screen. No split screen. No split screen. We here.
It's part of the wall.
That everybody must have thought it was a split screen. It does look like a split screen. Actually. It's the wall. But anyways, Brady wants to get his own NFL team. He keeps staying involved in the NFL. He faked retired, came back, played, faked retired again, and now he's announcing. He's trying to get that money, is what I'm saying. That's why he's announcing. And so Brady is sticking around football. Meanwhile, we got some Patriots fans in the chat, but tell your guy to go away a little bit. Give us a breather.
Who's a Patriots fan?
Khalil, both Khalils is Patriots fans, but we need a little breather from Brady. I gotta be honest.
Yeah. If he wants to own a team, I feel like he has to step back. He can't continue to be the face of the
NFL. But you're not hearing me though. If he wants to own the team, he's trying to find ways to make more money. You know what I'm saying? He's doing these things because exactly, Khalil. He gave up his family. Oh no, you saying it's funny, but he did. He did. Hey, we remember that was their beef. She's a supermodel. She make all that money. She made more money than Brady. You know.
I don't know.
She did. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying
no,
opinion.
I'm not arguing that.
Oh, okay. I'm saying.
I don't know if you can say he left his family. That's crazy.
She divorced him.
Yeah.
She divorced him. If you remember, so when he was with the Patriots the last few years, he was supposed to retire because every offseason we got complaints. She said that he told her this was his last year. Then he would play another year. So that's why she ended up divorcing him, because he didn't end up retiring. He kept playing. And she was just like, all right, dude, like enough. Come home to your family. You got a 16-year-old and a 12-year-old. The Hummer review says he already is a minority owner with a lot of pull. He's the one doing the interviewing for coaches and shit. And Mahadia says he needs to raise them damn kids.
See, you probably do one or the other and raise them damn kids.
But she needed a break. You know what I'm saying? She needed a break.
He probably wasn't romantic enough or something.
It's all that.
Something
It's
he
all
was
that.
football addicted.
It's all that.
We ain't
it's
gotta
all
say
that. It's all that. But that comes with it. That comes with Shane says that's what the narrative was for sure. For sure, I'm telling you. The narrative is we don't know the truth, obviously, but I'm just reporting what the narrative is. She got tired of him not being home with the kids. She wants to go out and have some fucking fun too. You know, this is a supermodel wife. I'm sure she got dick out there too. You know what I'm saying? She got shit she want to do too. Brady been out here showing his ass for 20 years. I'm sure she wants to step out and do what she got to do too. She's a supermodel. But that's why she dropped his ass like a bad habit. And I think she got remarried. If I'm not, somebody correct me.
No, I think she got in a relationship.
I think she got in another relationship.
She didn't like it.
She's sick of that little pink dick. Really? Come on, y'all. I'm on Facebook, bro. Don't get me struck. But the point of the matter is that's part of being obsessed, right? That it comes with, nobody talks about the ugly side of obsessiveness in a sport. The homie review said, "Oh, she went out and had fun and got pregnant." Is that? Don't make me. I'll pin that tweet. Is that true? I'll pin that comment. I don't think she got pregnant, bro. I ain't see about her getting pregnant. Put it on the charger. I ain't see her. I don't know about her getting pregnant, but I will say,
that'd be crushing.
I will say Brady does need to take a step away a little bit. And Hunter did verify that he is part owner of a team. Is it the Raiders? Is it the Raiders? Anybody know? It's the Raiders. He got part ownership. So is Belichick going to the Raiders?
No, he's in North Carolina. He's college, locked in for the year.
Oh, okay. But so I don't know.
What he's doing in college.
I don't know. The point of the matter is Brady got the fucking spot. He says, yes, bro, she's pregnant and Tom is salty as fuck. Okay, this must be new news.
So now he's really
This must be new news. I'm gonna look it up right now and I'm gonna share the screen. This better be verified, bro. If she's pregnant, that's crazy. That's sick. He's sick. I think Tom had him a little piece too. Tom Khalil says, is that you on the Vince Staples final behind you? Yeah, that's my twin right there. Shout out to Vince. But the point of the matter is that y'all distracted me from the point, man. Damn.
What's the point? The
point is Tom Brady shouldn't have been announcing the Super Bowl in his first fucking year commentary.
True. Greg Olsen though?
No. Tony Romo got something to say. Tony Romo been doing it. Now listen, guys, I know everybody been slandering Tony Romo, but let's not forget Tony Romo's first couple years in doing the commentary, everybody was like, yeah, he killing that shit. He did start to get annoying. He was calling out people's plays and shit. He was being a little bit pretentious. But so what? We kind of like that from him. The Hummer review says, this was a couple months ago. He literally came out and said something where he was shocked. Okay. Shane said, man, fast forward to what you got on here to do. Damn. We're going to get to it. He sure shouldn't have. I'm just saying, man, y'all ain't talking about what y'all feel about the Super Bowl, man. That's my beef. Y'all want to get into it? Y'all just want to get into it? Shit, we'll get into it, man. That's my beef. You got something to say about the actual Super Bowl?
About the actual Super Bowl. Football starts at the line of scrimmage. You got to have a good line. They did not have an O-line. The defensive line for the Eagles was obviously stacked. So they dominated the line of scrimmage. Patrick Mahomes off his back foot all day.
Yeah.
I saw a stat on Facebook, not verified. Stroud, the amount of pressure throws that he had last night, Stroud faced damn near every game.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be noted in the GOAT conversation because if we're having it, if he's going head up with Tom Brady, I don't think Tom Brady's going out like that. I think he's going to figure out
we haven't.
I think he couldn't even find his tight end, man.
Yeah, we haven't seen Tom Brady perform like that in a Super Bowl. Hunter's going to get on here and try to slander. Shane says, oh, hush. Let's see. Here goes Khalil. No bias. If Tom wants it, you got to move out the way. Greg and Tony, what we talking about? I understand. Trust me, when I say these things, listen, I'm just reporting to you, making sure we understand the narrative. You know, that it is a conversation to be had. I just want people to be aware that Tom Brady got the spot his first year. I don't know what he's doing.
We need a fourth option.
Someone hit skip 10 seconds, but I'm just saying, man. Two things. Tom's never performed like that in the Super Bowl. That's one. Tom's never performed like that. The other thing is, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody pull up the stats. This is Patrick Mahomes' second bad performance in the Super Bowl. I don't care what. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Whoever liked the comment, shout out to you. Thank you guys. I don't care what you guys said. That first Super Bowl against Tom Brady, he played bad. Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying it was his O-line's fault, but so what in this game? So what in this game? And that's what I was reminding my dad, and I want to remind the viewers out there. Man, don't be in my shit rushing me, man. This is my shit. They want to talk about the halftime show. We're gonna get to it.
Jump into it.
We gonna
the game is out of question.
No. I gotta finish my point.
I had to get my point out.
Tom Brady ain't never played like that in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady has now beat Patrick Mahomes twice in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes has now started 3-2 in the Super Bowl. No, not you. You come here, Shane. You come here, mister. You come here. No. Shane says we don't care about your X's and O's on football, nigga. Yes, we do, because you called for history all year long. You said 3 people. You said history. We was going to get history. The only history we got is that he put on the worst performance of all fucking time in a Super Bowl.
I wanted to see a dogfight. I wanted to see him lose in a dogfight. I want to see him swinging at least. Like, damn.
I heard Kendrick had more yards on that Super Bowl field than Patrick Mahomes. Him moving around. That's what I seen. The point
Let's
of the
get to it, man.
The point. Let me finish this. We ain't gonna skip over Patrick Mahomes' legacy. Jalen Hurts just won a Super Bowl, guys. He's 1-1 against Patty Mahomes in the Super Bowl. They got the revenge. How are we gonna skip past the Super Bowl? Yeah, Khalil. Thank you. He said, "Don't worry, I'm sticking around for Mahomes slander." That's a Patriots fan out there. They want to move the goalpost so much, Khalil. So you shouldn't let them in the chat. You should not let them. Now that he started 3-2 and had a horrible performance, everybody wants to act like it didn't happen. Everybody wants to ignore it. I've been asking for 2 days. Ain't nobody talking about the Super Bowl? Ain't no coverage on the Super Bowl? Khalil Scott said, how many yards did he have going to the fourth? I don't post the stats. Oh, man. Let's see. Let me move my computer. Patrick Mahomes.
Shit, is Super Bowl stats. There it is.
All right. Oh, come on, man. Don't worry about that. I'll get it out the mud. I don't know, but it wasn't a lot. I know he padded his stats the last quarter or so.
Yeah.
He ended up with 2 touchdowns. You looking it up?
Yeah.
He ended up with 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, like in 222 yards or some shit like that. I don't know. But the point of the matter is he didn't even play that good. He was forcing passes. He was throwing off his back foot. And again, that's what Patty does.
Oh, he definitely padded his stats because his stats look okay, I suppose.
What was his final stats?
21 for 32, 257, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, 6 sacks, 31 yards.
Minus 31 yards. Or he had 31 yards rushing.
It was like negative 31 yards.
Okay.
Off his back foot for sure, but and Worthy was the only receiver. He didn't get Kelsey at all.
That's a good comment. He's supposed to be my Jamie from Joe Rogan. But point of the matter is we all watch the fucking game, unless y'all turn your CV off. But
we'll get to it.
We know that Patrick Mahomes padded his stats. The point is, what does this mean for his legacy, guys? Let's stay on topic. What does this mean for Patty Mahomes' legacy? It's really ironic. Shane wants to run. Khalil said, don't look at the final stats. That's fake. Fact. Man, lane, play your damn role. You're supposed to be Jamie. You're supposed to be looking up the stats and hit fast forward. No, we ain't hit. Shane, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You said my history. Now, when I said, I told him my history 2 years ago when he beat the Bengals, and I was right. I told you that wasn't the narrative this time. He wasn't winning 3 straight titles. It just wasn't going to happen.
All right.
So,
it's fair.
I just want to say implications for Patrick Mahomes' legacy. Where does this leave him? He's still, to me, the greatest quarterback in modern football. He's still, the current era. He's obviously still at the top of that mountain. And the other question, it becomes like, what does this do for Jalen Hurts?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, this really does put Jalen Hurts up there. I still think we need to get to this halftime show, man. People ain't worried about this. And he's being selfish with the computer. I can't even beat Jamie. I had to get it out, man.
Khalil said he is not better than Tom Brady. Simple.
He's not. It's simple.
And well, Kelsey,
even though he's a little quicker,
low key been some mid, didn't put him on a parlay Sunday. Yeah, I'm so glad. That's what they got. Shane still says my history. My history, okay.
And it is history.
And Khalil says Chiefs blew all my bets. Who cares? I'm just saying, man. Conversations have to be switched now. Patty Mahomes is 3-2 in the Super Bowl. I will say Tom Brady started 3-2 in the Super Bowl. He won his first 3, lost his last 2. He lost back-to-back against the Giants. But I don't remember Tom Brady playing necessarily this bad in the Super Bowl. But he also hasn't, up until that point, he wasn't playing real great in Super Bowls. His first couple Super Bowls, he was kind of like a game manager. Let's just be real about what was going on with Tom Brady. And they was getting a lot of field goals and shit. So, however, is Jalen Hurts? Where does this put Jalen Hurts at? You know what I'm saying? Super Bowl MVP. Is he in the discussion with Lamar and Josh Allen?
Because it's tough to put him a tier below. He did finish top 2 or 3 MVP race. I want to say once or twice. So I mean,
here we go, man. Shane, you annoying me, bro. Tom got compared to his peers way more than he did Joe Montana. Pat is so far ahead of his peers that we compare him to Tom. So OD, it's unfair. Good comment. Let me really internalize that. That is true. It's a true comment, but I will say we can't act like people wasn't comparing Patty to or comparing what's dude from the Bengals. Burrow was creeping up on Patty.
It was a debate.
There was a little debate. It was never not in my brain.
But I feel like Tom had good peers also.
Yeah.
There was a couple goats but
this is the revitalization of that era. You know, they had Peyton, Breeze, Ben, Favre, all them boys, right? But now we got Allen, Lamar.
It's like 5. It's like 4 or 5, and we're gonna add Hurts.
Right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the I don't know.
We gotta add him, especially if we get another season of consistent play.
Okay, let me read these comments here. Okay, Khalil says the goal is to win. Facts, I agree. Brady did what he had to do. Khalil Hall says Hurts is good, but Eagles are a real good team. Don't think it moves him into the pecking order too much. And Hunter says no, Hurts isn't. He's not in that category. Agreed, Hunter. Pat is the man, way better than his peers. Okay. All right, let's see this. When Tom was coming, he was getting compared to Peyton, Breeze, Rodgers year in and year out. Yeah, we forgot about Rodgers. Yeah, so, I mean, I agree with your sentiment because we was there. I remember. But I think it was more close. I think what you're saying is when they were comparing Tom to his peers, it was actually more close. Tom was never back during the day, Tom was never the undisputed best quarterback for an extension period of time. You know what I'm saying? It was between him and Peyton a lot. And a lot of people were siding with Peyton. With Mahomes, essentially, he's been the best quarterback since he's been in the fucking league. Let's be real. Since 2018, Patrick Mahomes has been the best quarterback year in and year out. Just period, point blank. Mahomes is so much better than the next best. It isn't close. That Joe Burrow was only compared when they played because of the record. I agree. Only because Burrow had beat him. That was the only reason why they was compared.
Yeah, but Burrow had to do it right off the rip. Mahomes had a redshirt year, basically.
He did, but his first year playing,
he got to learn. He got to learn the system. He got to really. Burrow was thrown to the fire, if I'm not mistaken. He was led the league in sacks, and I feel like also Tom Brady. What was he? First or second year when old dude got hurt?
He was a couple years in when Bledsoe got hurt.
So he got a little weathering. I think that goes into the debate,
right? But essentially. When we look at that kind of counts, that works against Mahomes and Brady for their all-time counting stats. Same thing with Kobe Bean. He didn't play a lot of his first 2-3 years. So like when we talk all-time discussion and look at the final numbers, I mean he didn't start starting until 99. So same with Brady, same with Mahomes. When we count all-time stats and you comparing Burrow, I'll see,
NFC East.
let's see. He says Peyton, no Peyton, and then even Aaron Rodgers was consensus. Yeah. Pat just lost the Super Bowl awfully, and no one will dare say he's not the best because he lapped them 3 times. Is that the conversation though?
He's still at the top. I mean, Hurts is not the top guy.
No.
Allen didn't grab it. Lamar didn't grab it. Like,
I got to see what the conversation is going to be going into the year.
I don't know. It's still Mahomes, but
I think it's Mahomes.
His image took a hit, in my opinion. Just like when LeBron lost the second finals, that really took a hit to his image.
Okay. So I agree, but
we got to see how he finishes, because if he doesn't finish as great as Tom Brady, he's probably going to lose that debate.
Burrow wasn't thrown to the fire at all. Okay.
He had no line. And I'm not even a Bengals fan. I'm a Steelers fan. He had no line. Defense, I can't remember, but we have a tough division. Shit, I don't know. That's a little bit of fire.
Yeah. Are you able to get on my Facebook for me? And see, I don't know. There should be comments. Let me go back. But, okay. Thanks. Good luck.
Yeah, you're live.
I thought they saying there's comments in there. Damn, my fault.
Get on my Facebook for me.
Muted or whatever, but yeah, my fault. People out there watching on Facebook, am I getting blitzed? Damn, let me see. Shit, I'm getting blitzed. He said it gave me bad flashback. Shout out to everybody on Facebook commenting and shit. I'm gonna get with y'all's comments here in a second. I'm about to get situated with that. They were supposed to come through this stream. Yeah, you about to leave them up right there. But, I mean, I just want to know, we got to see what this does for Patrick Mahomes' legacy in the coming year, or as far as, like, where his ranking is. I obviously think he's still the best quarterback in the league, but to act like people weren't having the conversation already that he wasn't. People were already saying this year, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. Like, it's always a thing with Mahomes every year. Hunter says, no, that O-line is overrated. Joe Burrow play style is to hold the ball and make the play, which gave up so many sacks. He had the NFL leading rusher with Jamar Chase and T with a solid D who blitz. I agree.
Mahomes gets no excuse yesterday or 2 days ago then, right?
No, I think what he's saying, and I kind of agree with you. I mean, I see both of y'all's points, obviously, but he's saying that he had a good team. He had a good team. And you're saying even if he had a good team or not, he still had to go through the rookie year and go through the fire.
Yeah.
You know, whether you got a good team or not, he still
don't
was
have
a
that
rookie.
Experience. Like when you have your first year off, you get to see a veteran like get ready for the game, go to the game, the hotel before, after, all that, how you handle your body. If you're just a rookie with no real backup, you know, who do you have? Was it Marvin Lewis? Because I had no faith in Marvin Lewis.
Man, he's a horrible coach. No, that wasn't his coach. He has Zach Taylor from the get-go.
Yeah, Zach Taylor.
Marvin Lewis is horrible. Bro,
I'm telling you, as a Steelers fan,
what's up with Marvin Lewis? Anybody know what's going on with Marvin Lewis?
I think he was in college for a little bit.
Oh,
defensive
my
coordinator
God.
or something.
He got the biggest demotion, bro.
Oh, man.
He just went 15-1 and lost the Super Bowl. We know they got to create a story. In no lane, I don't give these clowns excuses. Pat played dreadful. Okay.
He played dreadful.
Okay.
I mean, he got to deal with that somehow. If he's a GOAT, if he's in the GOAT debate.
Yeah, and I mean, he did. But to your 15-1 thing, we do also know that the big narrative this year was that the Chiefs was actually whack and they was doing black magic and they was stealing games. Like, that was the narrative. So it wasn't like Patrick Mahomes had some undisputed Steph Curry year where he was 15-1 and he was sending a blitz throwing 50 touchdowns. It was like they were barely winning. Patrick Mahomes statistically didn't have that great of a year, you know, for his standard. So I'm just saying the narrative this season was already, yeah, you're 15-1 and winning, but like we're on to Lamar and Josh Allen. That's essentially what the narrative has been. So now that you lose a Super Bowl, okay, what's up, Trey Casey? What's up, dog? He said Joe only has one more year with Zach for sure. Yeah, they should be firing Zach. What's the coach's name?
Who?
For the Bengals.
Zach Taylor?
Yeah. They should be firing him. They should have fired him at the halfway point this year. Somehow they made their season right and started winning games and almost snuck into the playoffs. But he should have been fired earlier in the year. Let's just be real about that. They're done with that coach. They should have been. Okay, we got a Bengals fan in the chat. Let's see. We got a Bengals fan in the chat. What's up, Zach? What's up, Zach? Home and review. You stop with that Joe Burrow talk. Let's see. Like Stephen said, Tom and him both started 3-2. This is a long haul thing. They will be getting compared forever. Yeah. I agree for sure.
He's got to finish strong. He has to get
thumbs up in the chat. Thanks, y'all.
How many does he have right now? 3.
He got 3. He's
got to get at least 3 more. I feel like. To solidify.
What'd you say, Zach? Let's hear what Zach got to say. Zach, okay. Zach Morrison, my guy. Shout out to Zach. He's talking about the coach, the Bengals coach, Zach Taylor. He wants him fired. He said he should have been gone yesterday. Brother, I agree. He's not. Zach Taylor is the coach. He's the Vinny Del Negro. He's the I'm trying to think of another coach. He's the Mark Jackson for the Golden State Warriors. But he's not the Steve Kerr. You know what I'm saying? He's not. He's the everybody fake like Mark Jackson, but the nigga can't get a job. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sick of the Mark Jackson shit. I love Mark Jackson too. He's one of my favorite announcers. Commentaries, but people act like, he started the Warriors dynasty. Huh?
We won't like that take.
Okay. I know it's not a popular one. Everybody be wrong. I was there. I watched Steph Curry come up the whole time.
They try to forget about Harrison Barnes, Monte Ellis. I remember that shit.
Yeah,
got it out the mud.
The point being that Zach Taylor ain't the coach that can get you to the next level. He can get you to a Super Bowl. He can.
If they want Mike Tomlin's job, Zach Taylor should have been gone.
Let me tell you. Mike Tomlin needs fired too.
Whoa.
This is coming from a Steelers fan. Mike Tomlin needs fired. I don't know about fired.
Who are you replacing him with?
Yeah.
Because
he got one more year at the Doc Rivers shit. And nobody, I see this floating around. Mark Jackson catching strays.
Man.
I see this floating around that I seen this comparison now that they call in Mike Tomlin Doc Rivers. I was saying that, y'all. I ain't gonna let y'all run off with my shit. I've been saying that. They both won one title in 2008 and been milking it off that since then. You know what I'm saying? But back to what we were talking about. Shit, Hunter says Mike Tomlin needs to go. Okay. And check for
I want to know who he should be replaced with.
Shane says he needs check for jaundice. He do got yellow eyes, but we know what that is. We know Mike Tomlin be on the, Mike Tomlin get down.
I want to know who Mike Tomlin should be replaced with.
I'm just letting y'all know. Hunter used to defend Antonio Brown and said he wasn't crazy. Is Antonio Brown crazy?
For how long? Because we seen it was like he was all right, kind of crazy for a little bit, and then it was just a decline. The CTE really started hitting.
Let's see. He's still a good coach, but he needs a fresh start, and so do y'all. That shit is done. I agree.
Who are we replacing him with? I want to know.
It's like that. It's like Extra, the gum. Extra, the gum. It keeps flavor. They tell you, it keeps flavor for a long time, but the actual gum gets. You know how when you chew gum for a long time, it just gets. The actual gum is whack. Yeah, and that's Mike Tomlin with the Steelers, man. He's been around too long, same voice. The players respect him, but only we respect you enough to get our.
I had a quarterback since Big Ben. Give this man a quarterback. I mean, Russell Wilson, he came in all right. Mm-hmm. They figured him out. He was one to.
What was he doing when we had Big Ben?
What do you mean? We came close.
No, we had some bad
playoff injuries.
Nah, bro.
Le'Veon Bell sat out, our best running back.
Nah.
What?
Nah, bro. We had some performances that made me tear shit off my wall, bro. When we lost to Jacksonville, when we lost to the Cleveland Browns, those were uncalled for.
That was crazy. Carlton was going crazy on me that game.
I'm not sure who the replacement is, but it really doesn't matter. Y'all need a new identity. Y'all could grab a new up and comer. Man, I just
don't want to get into that limbo. I see some of these teams that are just like up here, like trying to figure shit out. Some young coach, man. And it falls apart, and they're in a constant rebuild.
Okay, but what do you think about this? Because
we got
I suspected this, but I was scared to say it early on. So Hunter says when y'all replaced Coward with Tomlin, he was unproven at the time too, and Tomlin turned out to be all right, right? So he's saying give somebody a chance. My point with that is that I felt like Tomlin might have won, and I don't think it's a hot take. Tomlin had won that Super Bowl off the back of Bill Coward in that roster, in that team. Tomlin came in with an already established Big Ben, an already established defense. We already had vets with James Harrison and we had Hines Ward and all them, Troy Polamalu. All those players were already established. They had already won titles with Bill Cowher. Tomlin just came in and kind of replicated the same thing. He was a cool guy. Everybody liked him, and we won a chip. He did go to another appearance. We can't lie, and that counts for something. We lost.
Consistency counts too, because there's teams.
I'm not with.
Listen. Hold on.
No,
there's teams that never make it to the playoffs. Never. And the fact that we have been spoiled, it has to be in the argument.
Hunter said y'all underachieve time and time again. To your point,
we have horrible defensive court.
Shane says he'll go on somewhere else and be successful, but he got to go. I think we're just saying it's one of those breakups where it's good for both parties. It's not that we're not placing blame at his feet, we're not placing blame at nobody's feet, but it might just be stale.
I want to love somebody before I jump.
We've loved him for 20 years. I've had enough of loving him. I'm just saying that he came into a good situation, and to your point about teams that never win or anything like that, a lot of teams that never make the playoffs and stuff, like we're attributing a lot of this to Tomlin, which in this case it does need to be attributed to Tomlin because he is a damn good coach and he is going to get you to 8-8 or 9-8 or whatever the case may be. But in most cases, when a team doesn't make the playoffs ever and stuff like that, you got to look at the ownership. That'd be the ownership. So I'm saying that philosophy don't always mean that the coach is the consistent one. It may be the ownership just sucks at, spending and all that other type of shit. Let's see. The standard is the standard. I'm pinning that one. The standard is the standard. Let me catch up on some of the Facebook things here. Adam Scott said Tomlin is now. Let me mute my shit. Sorry. Tomlin is now Marvin Lewis coach. Can win in the regular season, sucks in the playoffs. I agree. I don't think he sucks in the playoffs. Bro, we ain't got it done. We haven't got it done, bro. And the thing, T. Crow said the offensive line matters. He picked the Eagles to win. Damn, I'm behind on these comments. Y'all send more comments on the Facebook chat. I'm sorry. But my thing, Glenn, with the Steelers is, let's be real, bro. When the last few playoff games we've had, we've come out flat. We've gotten wiped off the floor from the jump, bro. We ain't even had an entertaining playoff game in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, come on, man.
Always the wild card.
It's always the wild card game, bro. We always get wiped in the first half. I'm cool.
I mean, I feel like a Celtic facing the LeBron era, getting washed every year in the playoffs. I mean,
okay,
that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, y'all fired Joe's coach.
You could be a great team, but sometimes when you meet, somebody that's in the GOAT debate.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like
I agree with that. Although we ain't been facing Patty all these times though. We lost to who was anybody in the chat? Who was Jacksonville's quarterback? Who was that damn quarterback they had? Blake Bortles beat us. Blake fucking Bortles.
No, it wasn't.
It was Blake Bortles.
It was to do with Lawrence.
No, we lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2016 or so. Yeah, it was, bro.
20.
Nah, hell no. No. I mean, it might have been 2018 or something. And then Baker Mayfield did us dirty, bro.
I need the computer so I can.
Baker Mayfield did us dirty. But I don't know how we get off on a tangent on the Steelers. I don't even know how we get off on the tangents on the Steelers, man.
Still Nation.
Damn.
I'm trying. I'm trying to talk about this halftime show.
I need to drop my link to the YouTube so they can comment on there, man. Fuck. But I mean, come on, we can get to what everybody wants. Yeah, Hunter said Blake Bortles for 1,000. I knew. I remember, bro. I was pissed, bro. Pissed. Ultimate fold by Fat Ben. Yep, through pick sixes in the beginning, bro. First half, wipeout, and then we try to come back in the second half.
Well, I remember the Browns. I think it was the first play against the Browns.
First play against the Browns, a little butt fumble type shit went the other way. Yeah. Anyways, ultimately, that just means Zach Taylor needs his ass fired. That's what this comes down to. We ended up talking about Mike Tomlin, but Zach Taylor got a dub. Thanks, Shane. Good luck. He posted the link. Good luck. Everybody on Facebook, I mean, I appreciate y'all, watching and commenting and shit, but it's not streaming to the chat. So if y'all can get onto the YouTube page and leave comments there, I'll be able to read it off, and it'd be a lot more simpler that way. So, but I appreciate y'all watching and giving thumbs up in the chats and liking the video. But let's get to what everybody want to talk about. This was the NFL halftime Super Bowl performance by, my God, Mr. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. And like I was saying earlier, ain't nobody talking about the Super Bowl. Oh, look, we lose. Everybody left, man. I think everybody might have went to my YouTube, hopefully. And if y'all left because of the halftime performance, fuck y'all too. Shit, I don't care. But I was saying earlier, ain't nobody talking about the Super Bowl, right? You hear anybody talking about Super Bowl?
Not the game.
Not the game, right?
Not the game.
Anybody in the comment hear anybody talking about the Super Bowl? I ain't think so. So this is one time, and granted, the Super Bowl was a blowout. I already know y'all gonna come in here. Super Bowl was a blowout. Yada 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 yada. That ain't the fucking point. That ain't the point.
What is the point?
Shane said they jumped on YouTube. Hopefully they did. Y'all leave y'all's comments here. Yeah, they coming back in. The point of the matter is, I think people are totally misconstrued by entertainment. The word entertainment or the idea entertained. We know, who was it? My dude, Gladiator. Are you not entertained? The Roman Colosseum.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that entertainment means, like, entertainment has a connotation of positive or good or enjoyable. But that's not what entertainment means. You know what I'm saying? Polarizing is a synonym, entertainment. You can be entertained by some bad shit too, right? Yeah. And now y'all know I don't think nothing was bad. Okay, let's see. Shane says, what do you say to the narrative that it widely isn't viewed as a good halftime? So let me roll into that. So obviously Kendrick Lamar performed at this year's Super Bowl. He's been the hottest thing smoking all year long since the beef. Now, a lot of people took issue. If you guys remember, back in September when the Super Bowl announcement came out, there was a lot of issue taken aback from Kendrick Lamar's announcement that he was performing at the Super Bowl. So for about 2 months, the conversation in the culture or just in general was Wayne or Kendrick don't deserve it. Wayne deserves it. So there's already beef.
Was it that long?
Yeah, it was a while.
Because Kendrick put out something. He put out a song or something that
Watch the Party Die
kind of settled it a little bit.
That was after.
Turn the narrative to away from Wayne though.
Right. But my point is that Shane asked a good question. What do I say? Mr. Kendrick Lamar fan here. What do I say about the narrative that it isn't viewed as good as halftime? I could have told you that. If anybody thinks that I went into it thinking that Kendrick Lamar was going to perform whatever he performed, and it was going to be, the narrative was going to be that he was Jesus or anything like that, that it was good, I didn't think it would be this monstrous and stuff, but I figured that I'm narrative man. I know how this shit works. I know that Kendrick Lamar has pissed off 80%, 90% of hip hop fans, right? I know that taking down this industry's biggest star, Drake, comes with a lot of hate, right? I already know these things. I also know when you go get your black ass up on the stage at the Super Bowl, they ain't gonna like that already. A portion of the country, right? So we're dealing with a 2-front war, 3-front war here, and then also you got people that feel like you're undeserving or may not hit. Khalil Hall says, oh, here comes the code. Buddy, y'all got to give me a little bit more credit than that. I live for narratives. I live for being ahead of narratives. I live for it. You talking to me. I love this. I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm willing to push my chips in the middle of the table and tell you that it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all not listen to anything I ever say? I go back every day and retweet my old shit and say, right again, correct again. I let shit age. I'm always ahead of the narrative. I'm not scared of this. I'm not scared of no fucking narrative. Shane says, yeah, but you don't think that that's kind of surface level answer, or do you really think it's that simple? Yeah, I think you have to elaborate a little bit more for me on what you mean, what comment you were responding to. But I think it's as simple as this: that Kendrick Lamar is pissing off a lot of people, guys. It's really this simple to me. There are people out there that do have an issue with the actual performance, right? The actual quality of the performance, right? I would love to talk to those people. But I know majority of people out there have an issue with, they don't hate me, they hate the man I represent. Essentially, they have a problem with who was on the stage, not what he did on the stage. So anybody in the chat want to disagree with that? That there already was a big section of people that felt he was undeserving to be at this Super Bowl. And Hunter said, no one even knew who Kendrick was before the beef, bro. So that was already a narrative. You guys, people, I'm just going to get into it. This is going to be a little bit long-winded, okay? Sometimes you guys are so fucking stupid. Sometimes you guys are incredibly fucking stupid, okay? I know you guys, damn. Khalil Hall says, so you knew Peekaboo was getting played over Mad City is what you're saying. Yes. I pay attention. You talking to me, man. I pay the fuck attention. I knew he was going to perform shit off GNX. I was surprised he ain't performed Dodger Blue and some other shit, you know? And I watched the Apple interview. I watched his interview with the dude when he was driving in the GNX truck. I pay the fuck attention. You know, he said he lives in the now. He said there ain't no looking back. And he also said that the performance was going to be storytelling. Ebro and Nadeska asked him if you can, you know, describe your performance that's coming up in one word or whatever. In short words, what would you say? And he said it's going to be a lot of storytelling. The Super Bowl performance also got leaked by DJ Fatademics. His fat ass leaked the performance because he's a hating ass bitch. So my point being, guys, is you ain't going to get me with the narrative thing. What I want people to do is stand on their square and drop in my chat, drop on my page if they think the actual performance was good or not. Give me some meat and potatoes. Give me a leg to stand on so I can hold you to it in the future. That's what I need from y'all. I don't need nobody hiding behind any narratives. Stephen knows the narrative. I'm narrative man. I know the fucking narrative. I know the narrative. I love it. Continue it. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. I want y'all to use y'all's brain. Tell me what y'all think. That's what I'm going to do. Through thick and thin, you already know I'm going to step out, whether I'm loud, whether I'm right or wrong. I'm always going to stay where I'm at with it. Yes?
Fair enough.
So that's the first thing that I want y'all to do, because I want to hold y'all to the fire. I want to hold y'all's feet to the fire for when this narrative does change, which Lane is here to bear witness to me, because I was talking to some people that their echo chamber, y'all got to remember, these social media platforms is full of algorithms now. All of our news feed and shit is all algorithm. If I type in Kendrick Lamar and look up a few things, my next time I get on social media is going to be all Kendrick Lamar shit, right? Or a lot of Kendrick Lamar shit. It's called an algorithm, guys. So when you get into the algorithm of this Super Bowl performance sucks, well, guess what? Your next few memes and shit is going to be reaffirming that belief. It's called an algorithm. But what I will say, talking to people on the ground, following these social pages online, keeping up with content in the culture and stuff, podcasts, shows, all that shit, we're seeing the narrative change. We're seeing the narrative change. Now, is it still overwhelmingly positive? No. Will it ever be? Who knows? That don't matter. The point is, it took some time. It took about a day. And the conversation on Sunday night going into Monday morning, the biggest conversation going on in the country was, the performance, but also the details of the performance. The symbolic, it was a divide of culture. Did you see that conversation?
I definitely saw the divide, yeah.
What was it? Did you see the conversation being about the symbolism and the messaging and it being over people's head, and then the other side of the country saying we don't give a fuck what was over our head, we didn't like the performance? Yeah. That was the conversation, right?
I mean, you see the divide, yeah, for sure.
Okay. I just want to make sure this is correct. I want to make sure I ain't in an algorithm that's incorrect, right?
For sure.
So I'm gonna keep up with all this. Y'all ain't gotta y'all rest y'all's little head. I'm gonna keep up with all this. The point of the match.
Can I speak my piece?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I thought the performance, first off, when it started, I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous when they first came on. I mean, this man he truly went bare voice. I mean, there was minimum ad lib in the background. SZA the same. Like that was super impressive. I mean, you could say it was 13 minutes, but this man, the choreograph was crazy.
Yeah, so Khalil says on Kendrick being undeserving, I disagree. That's a whack narrative.
Yeah, that's a whack narrative. But
he could have told the same story with different songs. What point could he have not have gotten across adjusting the song selection? Finish your thought. I'm gonna answer those two questions.
I thought so. Overall, the performance, I was very impressed with the breath work. I thought that was crazy. So, like I said, he was dancing around, he was running around. Like he probably had more yards than Patty Mahomes himself. I mean, I thought it was super impressive because you didn't have the correction in the background. And I mean, like, you were checking out narratives. I wanted to see what other MCs said about the performance. Me too. And mostly what I saw was positive feedback.
Me too.
Even from, like, On the Verge peers, because everybody chose a side, which I feel like.
All right, Hunter must be typing something out to play devil's advocate. He's about to type something out. All right, so to Khalil's point, Khalil said that on Kendrick being undeserving, I disagree. That's a whack narrative. Again, I already agree. I'm just saying you guys got to watch in real time how one side or like people are forgetting he's in the middle of a beef. This beef hasn't ended. It didn't just end in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Drake fans and a lot of the culture are going to try to slander Kendrick Lamar for the rest of his career. Do you guys not have any fucking brain, right? Like, I don't know if you guys know how this works. They're going every step of the way. Anything Kendrick has done, Drake fans, anybody that got X can bear witness to what I'm saying. We call them the Nation of Drizlam, right? They've been attacking Kendrick literally every single day, bro. He don't got a tweet. Nothing has to come out. No news has to come out. They're attacking him every single day online. New narrative. 2 weeks ago, TDE had a sexual assault case. It's been narrative after narrative after narrative after narrative after narrative. Y'all remember the K-Bots narrative? What happened to the Spotify botting thing? What? Anybody remember that? Okay. Hunter says, like you say with movies all the time, if you ain't entertained, fuck the symbols and shit, you'll fall asleep. I agree, Hunter, but you can't. That's the difference. That was my point about entertainment with this performance. Some art is so. You know what they say about great art?
It's hard to digest.
No, great art is divisive. Great art causes this type of divide. That's what great art does. Think about the Mona Lisa. Think about paintings like that. A majority of the country can't give a. They look at the Mona Lisa. They don't give a fuck about the Mona Lisa because they don't understand the Mona Lisa. And they'll tell you to this day that shit is whack. Then you got a portion of the country that understands it as a piece of work, and they really understand the hitting symbols in it and what it means, and they think it's the greatest piece of work, right? Is that not called polarizing?
That's polarizing art.
Right? Is that not what some of the greatest artists we've ever seen have done? So I'm saying with this performance, Hunter is correct. Hunter is correct about movies and shit like that. If they can't catch your attention in the first 5 minutes of shit, you do fall asleep, and sometimes that is the review. I fell asleep. It was a snooze fest. And if that's your review, cool. But I'm saying you guys got to watch that. This narrative isn't that. Some people are saying that they were bored in the crowd or they didn't know the song. But guess what? They're going back and checking out the performance because it made that much of an impact. You fucking fools.
I thought it was super interesting how really it was simple. I mean, you had light work. You had the same dancers. They were running around. Everybody had foot travel. But it was overall very simple. You had Kendrick's mic, you had SZA's mic, and you had minimal ad-libs.
Yes.
That's incredible. So when you think about art, to build like a...
Khalil says, great performance. Kendrick did exactly what he was supposed to do and what he wanted to do. Boom. That goes to Khalil Hall's point from earlier. That's what I was going to respond to you, Khalil Hall. I don't know if anybody may not be familiar with Kendrick Lamar and what he has done on the trajectory of his career. He has a reoccurring history. if you were to bet the house on anything, it would have been that he was going to do something unorthodox or unexpected at the Super Bowl or piss people off at the Super Bowl. That's Kendrick's way of coming. That's how he pops out and show niggas. I don't know if you guys not remember his Grammy performances and shit like that, but it's always met with, oh my God, what the fuck did this guy do? Or why didn't he perform this song? Or anything like that. That's what Kendrick does. That's his big bag of tricks. Yeah. Surprise. And I could have told you he was going to perform GNX songs. That's how Kendrick moves. Anytime there's a narrative against him, because you want to know another narrative that was out there, Khalil, that he, you're not performing nothing off of, what was it? Let me tell you a narrative they try to push out there. At the pop out. You guys remember the pop out back in June? Kendrick didn't perform those songs off Mr. Morale. Guess who tried to run with that narrative? DJ Academics and some other people in the hip hop space try to run with that narrative because they think that album's whack. They said, you see what songs he didn't perform, nothing off of Mr. Morale. So people was gonna, if he didn't perform songs off GNX, they was gonna use that against him to say that the album was whack. No matter which way you went, there was gonna be a narrative spun. Now I will say, go ahead.
That's why I had the nerves going in. So when the initial mic hit, there was a little like he had to catch his breath for a second, or he had to really get on rhythm, or the mics had to adjust or something. But so I definitely had some anxiety. I'm a Kendrick stan, so I expected perfection, and I wanted the country to perceive it well. And I think the algorithms are different. Overall, what I saw, people were taking it well, but I just didn't. It just gave me like the ick. It gave me the ick how everybody, being a longtime Kendrick fan, how everybody just jumped on, wants to, I don't know, man.
This is beautiful commentary. Khalil says, yes, he could have made it better, quotations, to turn the crowd up, but that wasn't the goal. Exactly. So if people's beef is the direction Kendrick took at the performance, Stephen won't argue with you. I'll never argue with you about shit like that. Because I look into art like that. I'm like, yeah, I understand the messaging. I understand that. I don't agree with the direction. I say that about movies and shit all the time. I just don't agree with the way they did it. I personally don't like the way they did it. If that's your beef, and Khalil, I know that's a little bit of your beef, Khalil Hall, because we talked about it. You didn't like the set list. Cool, that's fine. But I'm saying for what his goal was, what his intentions was, he nailed it. He did more than nailed it. This is the most talked about thing going on right now. Let's see. Okay, Grizzly Groundhog. He just ain't sound like he wanted to be there. I knew a lot of the songs and nothing was wrong with the music selection. It was more about the vibe he gave off. You think he seemed more fired up to be there. Good comment, TJ. I would say, you want to know what's funny? You want to know what's funny about that? Go watch his rollout since the beef. Go watch the Not Like Us video. Go watch the pop out show, not the whole show. Go watch the Squabble Up video. If you notice a conversation that's going on out there, it's a little nugget. Kendrick is the king of symbolism and nuggets and shit like that. Just go watch those performances. I won't ruin it for you, but watch his demeanor in the performances. Why does he look so dejected and Not Like Us and Squabble Up? And I'll leave that up for interpretation. The point of the matter is, Kendrick is at a state where, what did he say in Rich Spirit, Lane? Stop playing with me before I do what? Stop playing with me before I turn you to a song. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Kendrick is performing like he didn't want to do this. I had a theory out there that what if Not Like Us wasn't, I think, who did I talk to about this? Was it you? It was you. I had a theory out there that what if Not Like Us, that wasn't part of Kendrick's 10, or it was part of his 10, but it wasn't his actual knockout blow. What if Not Like Us actually blew up and became this big sensational hit, and he's annoyed by it?
Yeah, because it was a throwaway. He got hit by a throwaway. It was just one of the beef tracks that hit. Stuck.
I'm not saying that that's the truth.
That West Coast beat. I mean, that might have.
Okay, let's see. Okay, Khalil says, my algorithm is both sides. So a lot of my feed is bashing the performance, and also a lot of my feed is praising the performance. And we call that great art. Yep. Khalil Hall says, the performance was still impressive, by the way. I wasn't mad at it. I think a lot of people expected this to be the moment he laid his nuts on the table and put more on a grand show. Okay, I think he actually did that. And turn your fucking mic up. Damn. Not you, Kendrick. Yeah.
That was the early criticism I had too. I was like, damn, like we can't even hear this. Like,
but
obviously it wasn't for the audience and the crowd. It sort of was, but like this was for the camera. I mean, you saw Kendrick making eye contact with the camera. It was clearly that was the direction he wanted to, you know, display his art from.
Right. And that is a critique. That is a critique. If you want to dock points away from the actual quality, the sound quality between him and SZA's mic, you can make that case.
At least in the beginning, because I feel like once they got their win, like clearly by the end of it, Kendrick, I mean, if you really think about it, 13 minutes of running around and spitting, and I mean, he doesn't have slow songs. That was
but remember, we're not talking to MCs though. And if that's y'all's critique, cool. That's also fine too. If y'all are saying, as the viewers, Kendrick, you did not make it a pleasurable listening experience for us.
Yeah.
Good. But like,
I think we need another rapper to step up and show us better. I need to see 15 minutes of spitting and you make this better, because a rap show is really hard to display art that a lot of people would want to get, especially with an audience like that. We know the old school mentality of the NFL. And
now I will say, you said a comment earlier. I can't believe that didn't make you think of this. He said earlier, he wasn't just looking for the narrative. He was looking for who? MCs, what they said.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because that's the true.
That's the true test, guys.
Yeah.
And they not like us encompasses all that. He's basically saying whoever he's talking to ain't cut from that cloth. Whoever's that. It could mean some of the listeners. It could mean some of you fuckers on the live stream. It could mean you. It could mean me. It ain't a black or white thing. It's whoever they are. They ain't like us. And he's talking about being cut from a cloth. This whole beef, guys. He's been leaning on culture. He's been leaning on hip hop. If you listen to his Grammy speech, listen to what he said at the Grammys just a week ago. Khalil says, and Khalil made this point yesterday. Well, I don't think rap at the Super Bowl stadiums is a good idea, but that's just a different conversation.
Not a lot of people could do that at all.
Kanye West, but me and Khalil have had this conversation before, and I told you that has already been a narrative the last 4 or 5 years. Does rap translate to stadiums? And I think it does. I think it can, but that is the next stage for rap. We got to see if
that's pinnacle artists. Not every artist can get up there and do that. That's why I think verses matter. Because you actually see, can an artist perform this? Can he actually spit his own song? Anybody can go in the booth and cut it up and then get your breath work together. But can you actually perform it for 13 fucking minutes on a stage, running around, dancing around, on point? I mean, this man was on point. This shit was live. It was damn near perfect. I mean, I'm critical. Like, I didn't want to, I'm not going to put a 10 out of 10 on it. But like, shit.
Here's what I want to say is that everybody just has to have. I mean, I can't make anybody look at it with my eyes. My eyes may not be the correct lens to be looking at these things with. But I'm just saying, from what I'm interpreting Kendrick to be doing the last 9 months, guys, he keeps leaning on this whole everything he's doing. He did this at the pop out, guys. He did this exact thing at the pop out. No backing track, rapping for 2 hours or whatever. No backing track. Could he have had more of an explosive show with the fireworks? He did have the fireworks, but the backing tracks where the crowd can hear, turn up the mic, the crowd performance, you can hear him chanting the song. You can do that, but that's all tricks and gimmicks of the show. He could have had the crowd at the Super Bowl not just do the A minor line. You think that was the only part that they was screaming? No, they were screaming every lyric of Not Like Us. You can believe they were screaming every lyric. But that's the quality control. That's the tech people. That's a set design. Bring in the crowd at this point. Drown them out at this point. Make sure my mic is loud at this point.
But what did he say? He said, "Tell me why you deserve it all." This man had to give us his raw voice.
That's what I'm saying. He's leaning into everything. Talk. He's leaning into everything that Drake cannot do and showing you the difference between the they not like us. That's what he's been doing this whole time, you big fucking dummies. Everything Kendrick is doing is showcasing that this is of the cloth and I can do this.
And he's the GOAT. That's what
and he can't do this. Yeah. So there's going to be Drake is going to have a mountain to climb to be able to cut into this deficit. Is what Kendrick is doing. Everything he's doing is leaning onto the cloth, and everybody ain't from the cloth, and that's all right. Jermaine Dupri. Let's read what Jermaine Dupri said. I'm gonna share my screen. Hold on.
Let me say something real quick.
Go ahead.
We had a little. So he opened up with a verse that we didn't get on GNX. Do we think we're getting a deluxe? Do we think? I mean, we keep having the conversation, but
everybody thinks we're getting a deluxe.
I'm hoping we get a deluxe. Maybe that's the stand in me, but I'm praying for deluxe. Maybe on Friday, are we gonna squash Drake's album with Ty Dolla $ign? Potentially, I don't know. I'll be down for it. Did you listen to SZA's couple?
Her. You got to keep talking while I'm looking this up.
SZA dropped like I think 4 to 6 new tracks. I never even listened to him to see.
Oh, on SOS, the deluxe of the deluxe.
Yeah, double deluxe.
All right, y'all see this? Let me go back to the thing. Yep, y'all see it. This is Jermaine Dupri, legendary producer, right? I'm happy it's people saying they didn't like the halftime performance. Listen to the next line. Maybe we can get back to the separation of music and stop letting the internet gumbo everything. Real rap shit ain't never been for all y'all. That's what y'all have to understand. That's where y'all are missing this. And now, can y'all make the point? Well, yeah, this is the Super Bowl. You should make it for everybody. You should accommodate. But that's the argument. That's the difference between commerce and culture. That's what the fight has been this whole time. How do we put our out there in the most authentic way to our culture and ourselves, but also satisfy millions of people? Yeah. That's been the fight for fucking 80 years, guys. That's been the fight.
That's the hustle.
Where's my damn thing? Why ain't it? Oh, okay, I'm on it now. So the question becomes, guys, are we all right with that? Shane says, I like that, JD. I love it. He doubled down on this. Let me go back to it. He doubled down on it. Yo, look, y'all see me. Y'all see it? Dope performance. No backtrack. Breath control. Choreography. Skits. Straight rap shit. That's Jermaine Dupri, guys.
Straight rap.
Kendrick is leaning into the cloth. He's leaning into the cloth. You want to know why? Because the other guy can't. He said, I think when you're Kendrick Lamar, that isn't a hard thing to do. And let me put you on game real quick. Khalil Hall. Let me maximize this. Hold on, y'all. That's where you're on. So with Kendrick from the younger generation, let me tell you something about Kendrick and his come up. With us, the younger generation and lower, he's known as a rapidy rap guy. But the older people, I don't know if you know, when Kendrick first came in and throughout his career, when the older MCs and the older people, when he did the Control verse and after that, he had a lot of beef with old heads. Still to this day, Kendrick of the cloth of rap niggas, they still don't think Kendrick can rap like that. They still don't think he's of the cloth. They think, you seen what Coop said. Coop, shout out to you if you out there. They think he's full of gimmicks and tricks. All that do, all that shit. They think Kendrick is really full. They don't think he can rap like that. They don't think he's a true MC either. So I'm saying he's still proving himself. He's still got a lot to prove too.
And I think he's baiting people. Step out and do better. Show me why you're the greatest.
And here's the thing that I've been trying to tell people the whole time. Kendrick is actually the most versatile artist, especially in the hip hop space that we've seen. We thought it was Andre 3000. I know a lot of you clowns out there said Dre. He ain't even in the discussion. But Kendrick can do the gimmicks. Kendrick can go number one. Kendrick can be the biggest. We seeing it. This was his chance. This is what I'm saying, Khalil. This was his opportunity to show y'all. This is his opportunity to pop out and show y'all. Oh, it's a numbers thing? But this is what happens. When Kendrick plays the game and beats Drake at the numbers, then it's a narrative thing for y'all. It's a narrative thing. Oh, he's only doing this because of this. Oh, look at this. Look at him hanging out with Lucien Grange. Look at him. He's milking the thing. I see the meme of the cow and the dude with the buckets and Kendrick going to go milk not like us again. we see the memes. I'm just saying he's not able to win with y'all. He's not able to win. Let me stop sharing this so I can go back to my screen and see the comments. Oh shit! There we go.
I need the computer so I could be working.
Scoot up.
He gave me this wooden chair. Look at this, y'all. This ain't even.
Man, don't be saying that. The point of the matter is Kendrick's been leaning into shit that Drake can't do, and this is how you win. This is how you win a beef. Yep. This is part of the art of war.
You gotta hit it all. I mean, he's totally around.
Hey, I got the number. Okay, let's see. This is gonna be a good comment. I was referring to JD's first tweet. I think Kendrick can get his point across and put on a great show for everyone at the same time, and is one of maybe 3 or 4 people who can do this in rap. I agree with that. And I'm with you, Khalil, because I know how you're looking at this, and you've been wanting pushback from me, and I can't give you pushback because you're looking at it with a detailed lens. You're essentially saying, yeah, but you're understanding everything I'm saying, but you're basically saying that Kendrick should have appeased everybody. That's what you're saying. And I can't, hey, if that's your take on it, that's cool. I already got your take in here. You said it was a great performance, but now you're talking about the reception of it, his direction of it, the outcome. And I agree. I mean, I understand your sentiments.
I don't think he could have. I don't think
he could have. He could have.
You think so?
Easily. Kendrick could have appeased everybody.
What story is he gonna tell? I mean,
it ain't about that. Kendrick's talent. We've seen him do that enough. Kendrick got the songs. Kendrick could have done an easy Super Bowl. He could have done the gimmicks and that firework. In fact, y'all know, and I seen this that night that the fireworks and stuff. There was supposed to be fireworks and explosions from the stage, but the security intel, Donald Trump was at the game, and that's not allowed with the president. I don't know if it has to do with the assassination and shit like that, but they had to cut that out of the performance. Damn. Y'all can verify that, but yeah. Now, Kendrick could have easily, as far as a performance and a set list and stuff, he could have done the Money Trees and All Right, Mad City, and then done Not Like Us, TV Off. That's 5 songs right there. He didn't have to do Man at the Garden. He didn't have to do the GNX intro.
To prove the GOAT debate. He really had to. I mean,
but
that's
I'm saying
he's baiting everybody.
He's looking at it. He's saying to please maximum people, you don't do that. To please the cloth, you do that. I'm saying this has been a fight in hip hop the whole time. How do you go pop and stay on some conscious shit? Where is that line that you teeter? I need Shane in the chat. So back to my overall sentiment on this. The point of the matter is, here we are, an hour in. Here we are 2 days later, 48 hours later, guys, and we're talking about this performance. We're not talking about the Super Bowl. Luka Doncic just got traded to the Lakers. In fact, they played their first game, I think, that day. Luka and LeBron. We ain't talking about that. LeBron and Luka together?
I think it was last night.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
His first game?
Yeah. And that's nonetheless. It wasn't last night, for sure. It wasn't last night. You don't gotta. I know for a fact it wasn't last night. You can look. It wasn't last night.
You don't want to be wrong. His checks and balances.
No, I know it wasn't last night because I was on the road all day and I already seen the fucking highlights of the game. And I was driving all day yesterday. I didn't see him yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, Monday, February 10th, Lakers played the Jazz. Luka's first. Jamie ain't supposed to do this. Luka's first game right here.
Oh, I thought they played Sunday or Saturday. Oh, T Grizz is in the chat. I think everything he did was cool as far as his message and song selection, but you think he'd be more hyped given the situation?
He'd have been too out of breath if he was.
Khalil said, I think Luka played Saturday, I think.
Did he play? Then he had his second game last night.
The point is that's all beside the point. The point is them 2 stars done got together. 2 of the biggest stars in the NBA. LeBron, the biggest star in the NBA. Ain't nobody talking about that.
Yeah. First time 2 first team all-pro players were swapped like that, I believe.
What's the last moment that the whole culture and everybody done sat down and had the conversation was all centered on one thing like this? Oh, I know when it was. It was the Grammys last week. Before that, it was the pop out.
It was the beef. It was just the beef as a whole.
Oh, it was the Not Like Us video that everybody was waiting to premiere. Right. That's my point. That's my point with great art. I don't give a fuck about what y'all saying, and we talking about a genius and a maestro. I know his art is good. TJ, you ain't got to tell me. I know it was good. I know the symbolism was there. I already know. It's Kendrick Lamar. Of course. The point is the discussion, the conversation. That's how you move culture. That's the important thing. That's how you become a great artist. Y'all think everything Michael Jackson did was received well? We love him now. Y'all called him a pedophile when he was alive. How about Martin? Y'all like Martin? Y'all like Martin now? They killed him. They killed his mom. What about Malcolm? Y'all like Malcolm now? What about Pac? Go look at Pac in his last 2 years. He was miserable. He wanted to shoot himself. Because of y'all. So you talking to me who understands this. I understand it's about our greats. We kill our greats. We eat our own. Y'all do that. Y'all don't give them their flowers while they're here. Y'all give them while they're gone. That's what y'all do. That's y'all shit. Y'all did it with Kobe. Everybody like Mamba mentality? He got to fly out. He got to fall off the fucking sky for y'all to give him his flowers. What are we talking about? It's a reoccurring thing with you fucking idiots. T Grizzly says, I said T Grizzly, my bad, cuz. He said, nobody trying to take away from none of that. He is dope, always has been. And that's that. If y'all want to talk about the actual performance, I don't think nobody with a brain in any common sense or has been any arts or any musical field would say that the actual performance was bad. Him on the field performing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
From a technical standpoint,
not bad. It ain't for everybody. I mean, the
messaging, all that, it's not going to be for everybody. The sound quality, it's not going to be for everybody. Whatever. Have y'all's beef with it. You know, that's cool.
But I don't think we'll have another rapper up there simply because what he did, even if you threw on more gimmicks and whatnot, like Lil Wayne could not have realistically got up.
Y'all got to stop with this Lil Wayne shit.
Like that, like.
Khalil said, okay, watch it before I pull up the door fridge, buddy.
But yeah, I just don't think we'll have another rapper like, and I think he's baiting Drake, like, come out here and do it better than me. And I think that's going to be hard.
Well, you got one guy doubling and tripling down on cultural moments like this. And you got another guy performing in Australia.
With the bullet holes.
Okay. You got one guy that's throwing a fit because he got evicted from the culture. So now he's throwing a fit giving us an R&B collab album instead of a rap album, knowing that's what the whole culture is waiting on, his response to Kendrick Lamar. But instead of doing that, he's throwing a fit because we gave him the L. Drake, I see right through you. I got good clairvoyance, buddy. We see right through what you're doing. We know you're mad. We know that you're going to remove yourself from the culture and say, this is y'all's guy now. This is y'all's king. Y'all can have him. We see the play. I'm not stupid. We see the play. You're going to give us a collab album with Party Next Door, Valentine's Day, R&B? He said, it's more the energy. He was giving his voice. I don't know. He sounded sad. I told you what to do, cuz. Go back and watch the videos. Or like he didn't want to be there. Go watch the videos. Go watch Squabble Up, bro. It'll strike me. It'll strike me. Yeah, no more rap Super Bowls for a while, I think. Them white people ain't like the shit. Taylor 2026. And this is why, Khalil, I know you trolling. I sure hope you trolling. But this is why your ass couldn't existed in the 80s and 90s. That's the beauty in it. More rap Super Bowls. In fact, we need the next one to be just as polarizing.
Who's doing it?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Yes, it does.
Double back, Kendrick. Do it again. That ain't the fucking point that I'm making.
Not.
That ain't the point I'm making. I'm saying just because these fuckers, just because they was pissed, don't mean A, the performance was bad, and B, that we should stop doing what the fuck we doing. That's what y'all gotta learn. That's what y'all gotta learn.
But I'm saying not too many people could do this.
That's what I'm
saying.
I agree with that. Kendrick's a one-on-one.
More rap.
Kendrick's a one-on-one. Kendrick's a one-on-one.
Is Drake gonna do it next year?
Of course he wouldn't.
Yeah, no, he couldn't.
Hey, cuz, There's a line Kendrick said in Euphoria. I don't know if y'all remember this. He said, "I make music to you make music to pacify him. I make music to electrify him." I can double down on that line. I'll spare you this time. What do y'all think he meant by that? What did y'all think that bar meant? It meant exactly what we just talked about. Drake being pacifying you clowns, making hip hop. It's called hip hop. Just putting the binky in the baby's mouth, getting the culture to shut up while we got real issues out here. Why we really need to be having some direction out here. He's been pacifying us. Meanwhile, Kendrick been giving us performances to electrify us his whole career. He's been dividing the culture like this his whole career. Every time Kendrick drop, he shake up the game. I can't even believe we don't even talk about Control no more. Before this beef, it was all, everybody was mad about Control. Yeah. Said he was a clout chaser.
Got J. Cole smacked over the Control verse.
He's the guy that shakes the table every time he comes, and y'all and they don't like that. Do I gotta read the proverb of Jesus tossing the table? Anybody? We can all sit here and have fun, right? Everybody can go back. Y'all want to continue to do y'all shit and continue to do it, but we mad. We know how we are. We mad at somebody to come down and tell us we wrong. We don't want to hear that shit, and that's cool. And Khalil, to your point, yeah, they ain't like it, but that's all right. How you think rap got here, bub? Khalil Hall said, "I'm not saying it shouldn't be. I'm saying I don't think the people will put another person up there to do it. And only Kanye, maybe Drake and Jay-Z could go up there right now, realistically, but that's slow."
Kanye's blowing it right now.
Kanye and his head.
Jay-Z can't do it. Drake, theoretically, he could, but he's not topping Kendrick, and I don't think he's going out like that. I don't think he would take another L like that. Because they would be compared straight up.
Sure would be.
And I don't think he'd have to go crazy. He'd have to have a crazy year.
He sure would be, but
I don't think he'd do that. It might be career suicide because he can't take too many more L's and bounce back. Like realistically, like this R&B album has to hit. I mean, he got a couple.
For sure.
He got to have a couple hits on there, and he's got to follow it up with something. I always try to play the middle of the road, and it's been hard with the Kendrick thing and the whole beef, just because, like I said, since middle school, I adopted Kendrick early. I was always that guy, the Drake hater, and I don't like running with the mainstream narrative. So,
okay,
watching this beef transpire, watching the halftime, everybody break down and be an expert of Kendrick or break that shit down, it gives me the ick, and I just gotta.
What kind of ick?
It's painful. I don't know. It's just like. I don't want to be the guy that's just always against the mainstream narrative or like walk. But at the same time, like I don't necessarily like seeing people just glaze Kendrick repeatedly, especially when I don't think he gets true appreciation. So it's like, it's a confliction. I don't know. Yeah. What do you say?
He said, "Bruh, to say he's not topping Kendrick is crazy, bro." Oh my God.
What's he gonna do? Like, he's TJ. Not gonna rap better than him.
TJ, bro.
He can throw the lights.
There are two different tiers of artists, bro. Like, I don't know what the fuck you don't understand. I don't know what more Kendrick has to showcase to you for you to understand. Not the same cloth, dude. One is an industry-made thing. One is us that is talented as fuck. Two different things, dude. So what do you mean he's not topping Kendrick? What are you meaning that Drake's gonna go out there and play God's Plan and songs that again continue to pacify us but don't move us, that we'll hear the performance, say, "Oh, that was cute," and move on about our day on Monday? Is that what you mean? Or like Lane said, he's watching people literally for 2 days now go through and dissect the fucking video on the Super Bowl performance. Like, understand the level of art that we're talking about, guys. Understand the bigger fucking picture. When's the last time we seen an artist drop something and the whole fucking world stop what they're doing and dissect the art? Y'all drop me the comment when the last time y'all seen an artist do it. That's the art, you fucking fools. That's the performance. What part don't y'all get? I don't understand. Khalil says, exactly, I agree. Therefore, no rap Super Bowls for a while. Maybe Travis Scott. Travis Scott, same thing.
No.
Same thing. He gonna get up there and shuck and jive and not say or do anything to move us.
No way.
Y'all want these safe ass Super Bowls. Y'all want and Khalil, I understand. And the next one will be a little bit more safe. The next one will be a little bit more safe.
I don't know how we're going to get more controversial than that. That was pretty,
And that's the art piece.
That's
the art piece. That's how you etch your name.
The standard has been set. He's right. We cannot have any more rap for a couple years. We have to have the next generational talent will have to be the next one. And I don't think we've got it.
But you can't.
It ain't YoungBoy. It ain't
of
whoever.
Course it ain't them. They ain't even in the realm of possibilities.
But Kanye cannot do it. Jay-Z, I think he's past his prime. I don't think he could do it.
Y'all ain't going to appreciate this performance until we get the next performance.
That's probably real shit.
Because when we get the next performance and we're busy on Monday and Tuesday, we're actually talking about the actual Super Bowl instead of the performance. Then y'all will realize the impact and the dynamicness of the actual performance. That's what y'all continue to fail to miss. You know what I'm saying? That is art. A real artist don't give a fuck whether you like it or not. It's about impact. It's about the impact. That's what it's about, guys. It's about moving the culture, moving the society, moving that generation. It's called a zeitgeist. This is etched in stone. It's now listed as the most viewed Super Bowl of all time, shattering Michael Jackson's record. Shout out to Mike.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Okay, Kendrick's right number one back on the charts. Usher performed last year. Rihanna performed before that. They ain't go number one after that.
That's what I was gonna say. If we got a Drake halftime show, I think it would definitely compare it to a Rihanna. We had multiple features. There was a lot of. She was on the stage. She was up in the air and shit. Like that's what you remember about the performance. I don't think you remember anything like what she really said.
Of
like
course
it didn't
not.
carry that. Like,
of course
it was
not.
cool. I definitely.
There was no.
It.
It's called. There was no message.
There was no validity behind it or something. I don't know.
But it's called a message. You can perform. You can be an artist and have a song, but you can have a message that you're trying to get across.
Because the Weeknd, he had a whole
storyline
with the mask and stuff.
Right? The Weeknd had a dope ass performance. A dope ass.
But like, we're definitely gonna have to go that way. But I still think, just like we say about movies and whatnot, we're losing the authenticity of art, not just in rap, but everywhere. We are running out of artists that are going to be able to do this halftime show to a quality, like a certain quality artistry. But
this is Hov's.
Who's it gonna?
This is Hov's job, and this is why when y'all say, this is where I know he's not a big Hov fan, but
we're not about to do this.
Listen, it don't matter. You got to give flowers when it's due. This is what makes Hov Hov. This is what makes Hov Hov. He platformed Kendrick to do something like this. That's a win for us. Period.
But he's not eclipsing this.
Who?
Oh.
That's another conversation. That's another conversation. I agree. I don't think this can be topped by anybody in modern time. Stephen don't think that. I'm just saying that mind is the one operating the show, though. The same mind that said, yeah, this guy. Let me platform Kendrick right now. I know Hov know Kendrick. He knew exactly what Kendrick was going to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the same mind that's still in control. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying we can't just be too short-sighted on saying we won't get another rap performance or somebody to be controversial. I don't think they'll top it, but I'm saying that's where Hov is the genius that he is, that we killed him for taking the job because he was supposed to be standing with Kaepernick. And we were like, bro, you sold Kaepernick out. But look where we're at in 2025. Which actually moved us more? It's to be determined. But I would say that getting Kendrick on the Super Bowl was worth putting Kaepernick's ass on the bench. That's what I think. We watching the Super Bowl, bro. No funny shit. Everybody not looking for no messages. TJ, we already understand that. That ain't the point. That ain't the fucking point, dude. That ain't the point. The point is, we know y'all like to dance and party. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Sometimes your ass need a message. Nobody, he don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
And the country is definitely.
What do you mean we're watching the Super Bowl? No funny shit. Everybody not looking for messages. Well, we need one now. Do I gotta be the one to say it?
Yeah, you probably do.
We need one now. What are you talking about?
Right now.
What are you talking about? Nigga said that about Malcolm X. What are you talking about? Everybody not looking for no messages. Okay. Tell that to Marcus Garvey, nigga. What is you talking about? Look around you, dude. You turned on your news lately? What the fuck are you talking about? Nobody has ever watched a halftime show for a message. Wrong. Mike, Prince, what are you talking about? Mike didn't have a message? Prince didn't have a message? Beyonce didn't have a message? Go check Beyonce 2016 performance when she got killed for the Black Panther shit that she did with the formation, with the lemonade shit.
I don't remember it.
You fucking with the cloth, TJ. That's what I'm saying. Those people that you talking about, we want to be entertained. You was entertained. You on my stream talking about the fucking performance. You not liking the performance don't mean you weren't entertained, nigga. Your ass was entertained. You ain't been on my stream ever. What is you talking about? No, tell that to K-Dot. Name a time. I'm probably a little bit behind on the comments. I just gave you times. Sure hope you go back and do the due diligence. I know you seen Mike's performance. What do you mean? All our great artists have done this before. What is you talking about? What the fuck you think Kanye West will get up there and do? What you think Pac will get up there and do? I'm out of here, dog. Have a good stream. I need a 1v1 soon. Nah, don't run. Don't duck and run.
I need to run too.
Don't duck and run.
It's late. Popo's tired.
Y'all shut up. We all here now. I'm just saying, man. He said I wasn't. LOL. I'm just saying, man. You got to understand how art works, man. He said, "Oh, you wasn't entertained. Did you turn your TV off?" Hopefully you turned your TV off. That was the point, dog. That was the point.
He said it was the wrong time. No, what he said? Right time, wrong dude.
Same old thing. See, here's the thing. Y'all want you want me to get real quick?
Real quick.
Shane says it's 9:30. You way too young to be getting old.
Single dad.
Here's the thing. I'm on your shit because it's you, not because of him. I've been streaming though. Been streaming. And if not you, TJ, the whole rest of the world talking about it though. That ain't the point. I don't want you to miss the point. It ain't a me and you thing. No, I'm not saying it's the worst shit ever. That ain't my point, cuz. My point is that you're talking about it. The whole world is talking about it. A black man from Compton, California. The whole world is talking about his performance at the Super Bowl. That's my point. That's called entertainment. It ain't about whether you like it or not. That's not what entertainment means, dude. That's what I'm saying. Worldwide wrestling entertainment. There was good guys and bad guys. Sports. There's good guys and bad guys. You don't like this team, you like this team. You still fucking watch. I don't like LeBron. I watch all his games. That's entertainment. So y'all, first off, y'all are using the wrong word. So let's establish that. I don't care about this being your first time seeing all of that shit. I'm trying to get you to understand the definition. You need to understand the definition of the word you're saying. Entertainment ain't the right word. Say you don't like the performance. You were entertained, clearly, because you're on my stream. I seen mad statuses. Everybody else is talking about it. That's called being entertained. You didn't like it. Who cares, though? He didn't care if you liked it. That ain't the point. He got a message across. You know the message now. Khalil said, "No, not running. I've been here for like 2 hours. I got more opinions to give." Give your opinions, punk. Don't be scared.
Bedtime.
Nah, y'all scared now. Y'all done woke me up. Y'all scared. Y'all scared now. Because I'm going to just say the fucking truth. I ain't pulling no punches today.
You said it.
I'm saying drop y'all's comments. Y'all got questions? Drop y'all's comments. Y'all wanted to get to the main event? Y'all want to know the truth? The truth is we got sorry ass people in our culture that won't stand up and stand behind people like this that represent our culture so we can actually really move forward. And that's why we always moving backwards. That's why it's 2025 and we ain't moved forward since it was 1960. Let's talk about it. Y'all gonna continue to be scared ass Negroes? Y'all want to talk about it? I'm just saying, man. Y'all missing the whole fucking point. Y'all missing the whole point. Talking about sound checks and set lists and all that. This man just got up here on national television talking about 40 acres and a mule. To 300, 400 million people. Y'all sitting up here telling me, talking about the set list and shit like that. Go to fucking hell. I don't give a fuck about what y'all talking about. You got Trump up here making a tear on the fucking country. You got wars up north. You got wars in the Middle East. Y'all better wake the fuck up and understand the big picture on what's going on. Somebody talk back to me. This is what happens. Y'all run. Bro, I feel like me being entertained is me liking everything about it. If I go watch a movie and it's a bad movie, I just wasted my time. That don't mean I'm entertained. Wrong. I understand your sentiment, TJ. I'm telling you that you're using the word wrong. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying you being polarized by the performance is you being entertained. Now, you liking it or not liking it, that's a different conversation, but you're entertained. You're focused on it. How many times you watch the performance, dog? You know, when you start talking crazy, I'll set you straight right quick every time. Never in your life, Khalil, not once. It's sad, man. It's really sad. I'll get off this here real quick. I'm gonna get off this point real quick, but it's really sad. But now you're telling the truth, so I'm gonna let you do your job. Okay, good. I'm glad I connected to Facebook because there's a lot of y'all out there that I'm gonna line up, and y'all already know. I'm gonna line y'all up, so y'all go ahead and subscribe and like or unlike, dislike, do what y'all got to do. But y'all come on this stream, and I'm gonna line y'all up. Y'all already know, because we gonna get down. We gonna get down, and y'all better come correct too, because I know what the fuck I be talking about. I don't just get on here spewing a lot of bullshit, and I ain't got to look nothing up. I know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I know what the fuck I'm seeing, especially when it comes to us. Now, this other shit, some of the sports shit, but when it comes to us, I know what the fuck I'm seeing. Period. My point. It's sad. I get saddened that we talking about hip hop, and I'm hearing you say, yeah, the symbolism was tight, the messaging was dope, all this and all that, but he could have just pacified us, essentially, is what you're saying. He could have just pacified us and gave us the slaps. My dog, go listen to Taylor Swift then. That ain't fucking hip hop. Shout out to y'all liking my shit. Shane said, what tariff you think Trump was thinking about slapping on next while he was in attendance, or Elon or whoever is running the country right now? Shane got this big Shane has swung so far left, y'all wouldn't even believe it. Shane absolutely. Go ahead. Come on, Shane. Talk to me. He hates Trump. He hates him. This is my final topic. Come on. What's up? You had something to say.
In terms of this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like...
Give it to us.
I feel like I've been running because I'm definitely nervous. I just feel like there's so much going on. There's no clarity. I say every time I jump on here that the general public does not believe nothing that we are informed about old people used to take the breaking news as like truth and shit. We got to question everything. We don't believe nothing that's going on. There is no trust in America. The American like I don't know, integrity or like whatever, that is dead. I'm just concerned out here. Like, I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm just trying to weather the storm. I can't say that I've been directly impacted yet either. So, I mean, that, you know, maybe I'm spoiled. Like, I'll just be honest. I'll just call it how I see it. Definitely got some weariness. I'm trying to be optimistic. I mean, like, you're either on one side or the other. Like, I try to walk this path of seeing both sides and whatnot. And it's just like, it's so far stretched right now. That line in the middle is so far stretched. Like, but this is what the Trump administration did last time. We were so divided that, you know, as a country, like, you either loved him or you hated him. And I don't know. Yet to be determined, but I'm nervous. That's what I'll say. I'm weary.
Yeah, good point. By the way, just because TJ, I did see your comment. Synonym is polarizing. Love and hate is the same thing, just inversed, right? And to your point, Lane, you said Trump divided the country to where you either loved them or you hated them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one will call that entertaining, right?
I mean, yeah, that's not the job.
That ain't my point. I'm just responding to him,
All right.
trying to get him to understand. One could call that entertaining, polarizing, paying attention to him, entertaining you, catching your attention. Anyways, Trump was at the Super Bowl. Shane thinks he's just tariffing away. Shane hates the tariffs. He thinks it's going to destroy us. And maybe it will. I've sat on this stream and said that it probably will. My question to throw out there for the people out there, and I know y'all probably hear me get on here and probably wonder, actually, does he like Trump? Does he not like Trump? You know, go ahead, say something directly, Stephen. Ain't going to happen. I want y'all to do some reading in between the lines. The point of the matter is, okay, Shane got a comment here. Trump sucks. This is Khalil Hall, I'm sorry. Trump sucks, but I think him winning was needed in order to set the left back straight. We won't know if that's true until the next election, though, if we're still alive. This is why I fuck with Khalil, man. This is why I can have a discussion with my dog, Khalil Hall. Not because we see it exactly the same, but because we see it. And he's exactly right. Now, can Trump complete that job? It's to be determined, like he said. But he is correct in saying he sucks. But I think him winning was needed in order to set the left back straight. And it's funny you say that, Khalil, because I was having a conversation earlier with Shane about this exact same thing, that sometimes, you know, during elections and cycles and stuff like that, the country can swing so far in one direction that the next president can either come in and you either got to do a hard right or a hard left. You know what I'm saying? The reason why we swung so far left is because we just got out of the Trump administration from 16 to 20, and we went so far right that the left came in and started being extreme on their end. Now we're getting Trump being super extreme on his end, right? So this country is still trying to find its balance. It's still trying to find its balance. And that is the fundamental,
It's like an evolutionary pattern. I mean, you go back and forth as
you
evolve.
Well, yeah. Well, what I'm trying to say is that's the fundamental crutch of the Constitution and the way that this country was written, is that we get a 4-year term, 4 to 8 year term, right? And the question needs to become a philosophical question. Is that enough time to self-correct the country 4 years and really get a plan moving? Or is it just enough time for a plan to go in motion and then the next administration to have to swing so far back to get it central?
I would say it's that, but it's also enough time to ruin a situation. So
yes.
You can't have it too long because it has to be able to check and balance itself.
That's why they came with, 4 and 8 years. It's good.
You got one on top of that too. 4 and 8 years. It's good. 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 4 and
No, because the literal definition of entertainment is what I posted. I don't know what you're referring to. What'd you say? Get to this one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's funny because that's exactly what the right said about us getting Obama.
Yeah.
What was he responding to?
The first one.
Oh, he was probably responding to Khalil. For sure. Now the question becomes, let me get that off. The question becomes on your core principles. Are you conservative? Or are you progressive? Because with conservative and progressive, do you want to preserve the Constitution and interpret it like the forefathers intended it to be interpreted to our understanding? Or are you progressive in that this country actually had a lot of work to do? The Constitution was written, but it actually didn't include all of us. And that's where you get progressive, where they want to continue moving the country forward, but you open yourself up to be hijacked and stuff by other movements and other ideas and stuff like that. And the conservatives' job is to take it back, keep it how the fuck it was. That's what that's what it means. Conservative, progressive. And
this is why we have to have a third party. I just cannot continue like
TJ said. I wasn't polarized. I was mortified. That's funny.
It's all perspective. It's all how you interpret it.
But what was you saying? We're getting a lot of thumbs up in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all.
Basically, I can't keep wasting my vote on
Another
these
thumbs
presidential
up.
candidates. Because we gotta have a third party. We can't just have a conservative that's trying to keep everything the same. Obviously, we built this country on a false, like the deck of cards that we built this shit on was problematic, to say the least. So obviously we got to correct it. So to have a fundamental party and then to have a party that's progressive but gets hijacked naturally, because when people come together, in a collective, naturally we just like corrupt it. There's got to be a third party that is like an option.
Is the American dream still alive, guys? Can this be a nation for all?
Well, you have to define all for sure, especially right now. Because who is your all? I mean, is it your birth certificate? Is it your that all gets gray. You got to define that.
Nobody wants to have these conversations about the y'all are so lucky. I'm blanking on the actual name of the country's idea, how it was birthed. The forefathers and stuff like that, when they was moving towards the land, they had an idea on what America was going to be. And I'm having a brain fart. It's going to come to me after the stream and piss me off. It's not like the golden age or anything. If somebody in the chat knows, please drop it.
Was that the Industrial Revolution?
No, that was well after. It was an idea, but nonetheless, the point of the matter is it possible for a country to stand on the principles of freedom, justice, and equality for all? What does that look like, and how does that actually work? Have we seen it done? So you guys got to understand that this was actually a project. America was a project. It was an experiment. And some people ask, has the experiment failed? I mean, obviously, we're still in it. Can it work? How does it work? Have we ever seen it work? No, not the Renaissance. No. It's called it's God damn. I'm having a brain fart. Give me some of your perspective on if you think that idea can work while I look up what this is called.
What idea are you even talking about, man?
The idea that America was founded on, dude. The freedom, justice, and equality for all.
No, I definitely don't think so. As we watch ICE through, you have to find where you identify who a true citizen is, who a true person is. Because if it's justice for all, then that obviously opens you up to a lot of different people. But if it's justice for Americans, then that is a whole different ballgame, a whole different discussion. You can't have Lady Liberty with the fucking plaque saying that we are the what did she say, the mother of the exiles or something like that. Like, there's fundamental things.
I found it in my notes. Manifest Destiny. It was called Manifest Destiny. And it was the founding from Britain into the Americas. And it was called Manifest Destiny. And it was moving west on territory. So the settlers or the colonizers, some people call them colonizers. Some people call them settlers. It was called Manifest Destiny. And it was their movement in conquering more land going west. So in that, you guys gotta go back in our history, this country's history, and then start challenging. And he's really big into philosophy. Well, apply some of that to the founding fathers, and then we can look at this with a real unique lens on could they been tripping? Did they say, did that word really mean us all? Did they envision
obviously
all of this?
I mean, fundamentally, obviously, it didn't mean for all.
No.
There was active slavery at that time when they were built. Obviously, this didn't mean for all. Obviously, the Louisiana Purchase hadn't been taken upon, so we don't know. We don't really. That's what I say. The line, like the morality that we built America on. There's no way that we could say make America great again if we built these house of cards on such a corrupt base. And I just don't think there's no going back. There's no preserve or
Beautiful. I agree. And this is where people get confused about me. But this is why you guys got to remember during the civil rights era, it was segregation and integration. But there was a third one. Anybody remember the third one? You remember the third one?
I'm pretty sure.
There was a third one. It was spearheaded, or the public figure of the third one was Malcolm X. And that third one was separation.
Yeah.
There was integration, segregation, but somebody proposed separation. Okay? Somebody realized what we just talked about. That Manifest Destiny had nothing to do with us. The Constitution that was written had nothing to do with us.
It's a fair assessment. I mean,
and they said, go do for self. Not me, do for self. Us as a people, do for self. Stop begging this man who didn't write you in the fucking Constitution to give you rights. Go get your own rights. You think the people in Haiti asked for fucking rights? We're the dumbest people on the fucking planet Earth. Foundational Black Americans. TJ, you still out there talking about we don't need messaging? We do. Stop begging. It ain't their job. It ain't our government's job to give us fucking rights. We wasn't in their Constitution. They amended it. Gave us another little law. 3/5 of a man. Okay, you niggas is complaining a lot. We'll make a little amendment to satisfy you and shut you up. But guess what, guys? It ain't our Constitution. So TJ says, I do, but how can we stand on that for all if it's not even being stood on for us? We have to start with us first. Bingo. I'm pinning that comment, TJ. Me and you agree. And the point of and the conversation needs to be stemmed on when are we going to wake up to that reality? We've been in a 60, 70, 80 year fight with that reality. We've been trying to figure it out. And that's beautiful that we want to maybe weigh other options. And we want to be a part of this thing so bad. We want to be a part of this empire so bad. So bad. You know, the Spaniards conquered the Mexicans and shit like that. That's why you get lighter Mexicans and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They're darker people. The Mayans, the Aztecs. But guess what? They're not there no more. Guess who got their own? Mexico. We the only people that ain't ever fought for our independence. We fought to be free, but we never fought for our own independence. And that don't mean that we going back there. Because that ain't feasible. We can't all go back there. All 40, 50 million of us can't go back there. They don't recognize us like that there no more. But you guys gotta. How do you think the Middle East works? Why do you think that all in a small area? There's Jordan, there's Egypt, there's Gaza, there's Israel. These are all different nations. They all got different laws. They all got different constitutions. They all got different armies. We the only people on earth sitting around begging, crying and complaining, marching like Martin, marching and picket signing instead of doing for self. It's really that simple, guys. And until we come to that realization, listen, I'm a hypocrite. I ain't ready for that myself either. I ain't done shit. I'm just saying I've already come to that conclusion that that's the only solution. Let's see. Man, what do you think about billionaire oligarchs buying his way? You just gonna use any term to slander Elon. Buying his way into power, leveraging it, and ultimately hacking into the treasury with everyone's information. What do I think about it? You know what I think about it, but let's hear it. Shit, we here. I'm controversial today. I think Trump got played. I do. Y'all have heard me. If anybody out there new to the stream, shout out to y'all. Please subscribe to the channel. Also subscribe to my man's page.
Coming soon.
Material coming soon. But you guys know we've had plenty of streams talking about this. I think it's a horrible idea to get anybody that's that powerful in tech into politics. Wrong idea. I'll go further. Let me read this other comment. What do you think about BB sitting up there laughing and smirking when Trump saying we taking Gaza? he tried to get me off this Black Panther shit. I think that at first, I think BB was like, "You doing what? Did you hear Trump's comments about taking over the Gaza Strip?"
Yeah, I heard that.
And
I listen to more world news than like U.S. news.
Yes,
and I heard the comments. I was really shocked that they actually made like the Gulf of America. Like I was actually surprised that was like a real thing. Like they're renaming these mountains and like stuff. Like I don't know what the intention here is. He's doing so much shit that I just cannot help but be like, there's something going on behind the scenes that we're not seeing. And I hate to be that guy all the time, but I just don't have faith that this guy from South Africa, I believe, actually has our best interest. Yeah, I don't know. And it seems like the whole world's doing this land grab right now. That usually happens before a big time conflict. I always come on here with this paranoia, man. I'm telling you, I'm a fucking father and I think about my daughter's future constantly. And I just, like, realistically speaking, I can't say I've ever loved where America was, but like where I stand right now, I'm definitely nervous.
Okay.
I'm definitely not feeling too,
confident.
Yeah, I'm not feeling too confident. I mean, they're like, you either get the narrative that Trump's fucking everything up, or that Trump and Elon are like saving us all this money. It's
so extreme on both ends.
It's so extreme on both sides that I just can't hear nothing. Like,
can I throw you a question?
Go for it.
Have you heard the idea that Trump actually might be the savior? Is that idea out there?
Like what? Like the
second coming?
One?
Yeah.
I've heard the very super right wing inklings of this. I think obviously that is blasphemous, but
put it out there for my viewing that narrative is out there.
That narrative is definitely out there. Like I work at a very right wing factory, so I see a lot of I saw a lot of right wing narrative about the halftime show. About the NFL as a whole, the direction they've gone the last couple of years. I think it's crazy to, and then when he survived the first assassination, the ear, that was God, moved his chin a little bit or whatever. Yeah, that was like divine intervention or something. Like, I think these are, crazy,
dangerous.
Yeah, super dangerous. These are cult mentality tactics, you know what I mean, to really get your core beliefs involved. And I just think it's so crazy when we see this just transpire live. And there's so much going on. And I always talk about the integrity of we don't trust none of it until we see it. And like what we've seen is like Gulf of America. And I don't.
All right, let me. Okay, let's see this comment.
Say.
Oh man, I got a lot to say about that. TJ says, I'm not saying that we don't need it. Some people just aren't looking for it and don't have the eye or mind to decrypt things. You're exactly right, cuz. You're right. I would throw this question back to you though. When's a good time? When's a good time? If you're Kendrick, if you're, let's do this idea. If you're the one that has the message to give to people, when is the right time? Or how do you go about giving that message to people? Like, think about that. Think about that. If that's your purpose, if that's your calling, if that's what you really genuinely feel like you were sent here to do, and you have dreams about it, you get messages and shit like that. You struggle with that. You've already fought with yourself. You already gone through therapy, but like you genuinely feel like you're the messenger. Fuck if they're delusional or not. But think about the concept. Put it in your mind. Then ask the question, well, how do you get the message across to the people?
Martin's last speech is coming to my mind. Like, what did he say? Burning church?
I fear that I led the people into a burning house. My fear, my dream often turned into a nightmare.
When he tried to admit that he might have been wrong, it was too late. So when is that time? I believe that all you got is the now.
And look at the progressive on how some of our people have tried to give messages to us. Tupac got a thing out there, and I should have shared my screen a lot more on this episode because I could have showed y'all my thought process on some of the shit. Tupac got an interview out there where he's talking to, I think, Ed. I can't remember right now. That's besides the point. But he's saying he was talking about the history of our party and how it gone from "We are hungry, please let us in. We are hungry, please let." He said, "Imagine if a people is seeing rich people in a party throwing salami all over the floor, got everything." And there's a people outside knocking on the door saying, "Hey, we're hungry. Can you please let us in? Can we have just a little slice of something?" And he goes, well, that message goes from "We are hungry. Can you please let us in?" That's the 60s. That's how we were asking then. Mm-hmm. Then it goes to "We are hungry. Please let us in." Then you go to the 80s and then it goes from "I'm coming through the door, kicking down black." So I'm saying you got to see the progression of some of our people that try to get these messages to us. It drove them crazy, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Tupac went about it where he was like Kanye West is today. He couldn't hold the thoughts in. We seen Kanye go on a long tweet tirade a couple of days ago.
Yeah. Can you imagine Pac with X?
Pac couldn't control it, y'all. He was screaming to us, "Wake the fuck up." That's what he was saying the whole time. He was breaking the fourth wall all the time. Wake the fuck up. Y'all were so caught up in his character. Y'all were mad saying he was a fake thug. He was this and that. Whole time y'all weren't even looking at him breaking the fourth wall. Y'all weren't seeing the interviews where he was like, "This is entertainment. This is not supposed to be my real life. I'm not supposed to be really getting shot and going through a fucking rape trial, guys. Like, wake up, my people. I'm sitting here trying to give y'all a message. I'm playing a character to get the message to you niggas, and y'all so caught up in my fucking character." Lauryn Hill said it best. "I put the motherfucker in the lyrics so you niggas can understand me. Because if I don't put motherfucker in my lyrics, y'all don't even hear me." Andre 3000 said the same thing. "Y'all just want to dance." That's what they said. I didn't say it. That's what they said. What Kendrick said on TV off.
I thought you were going to talk about the Killer Mike.
Killer Mike too. But I want to talk about what Kendrick said on TV off. I'll make you niggas mad, but somebody got to do it. Y'all know what he's saying? He's saying he don't care to be the bad guy to tell y'all what y'all need to hear. I'll be the dad. I'll be the bad guy. Somebody got to do it. He said the other dude pacifying y'all. That's what he's doing. He pacifying y'all. And we're losing a lot of time, by the way, guys. You heard Lane say there's a big land grab going on. We don't got none.
Bro, world news. I'm telling you, got to look into world news. I don't even waste my time with like the U.S. propaganda. Like they tell us that China's internet is just like crawling with like false bullshit and like they just control what they're really seeing. You don't think that's happening over here in America?
Tell people
I
all
just
the
think
time.
it's so insane. As I just live my life and just watch the world just continue to transpire, that we just want to continue to be pacified and think it's okay to
I'm gonna share my screen
and watch Netflix for 8 hours and just like I swear I don't know if I have this paranoia or like this alarm going off in the back of my head, like, bro, there's something else.
I want to share this.
Something going on.
Let me share this little gem with you guys while I got y'all on here. If you guys want some unbiased news and stuff like that, here's the site. Let me share it. Can you guys see that? It's antiwar.com. This is a site where you can get news, unbiased news. You can toggle it between different policies, different countries to get their perspective, to get our perspective, to get central perspective.
Yeah.
It's called Anti-War. I'll give you all a little gem. This is where Stefan gets some of his reading and shit like that. Antiwar.com. Just throwing that out there. You guys should look into antiwar a little bit.com. How do I stop sharing? Boom. Let me read some of these comments. Y'all saying a lot without saying anything. Boy, I'm saying everything. Don't be like that. It wasn't the comments for me. It was BB's reaction and body language. Shane also says, Elon has been tweeting mega, make Europe great again. Laugh my ass off.
Elon's crazy.
What exactly is Elon's roles and intentions? Shane says, I think he's just playing Trump, TJ. His technical role is to be helping the government find where we shouldn't be spending money and cutting it. Yeah, Department of Government Efficiency. Khalil's up. He understands. He says it's a cultural divide. That's what Kenny said. What does that mean? Stop just listen to the words that these people are saying. They'll tell you in their songs. Cuz says, I guess whenever you see the vision, because if you wait, it might be too late. Y'all saying a lot without saying anything. I already read that. Oh, so back to what y'all are saying. Elon, mega, make America great again. Make Europe great again. Voila. Does anybody remember what I said 10 minutes ago? Everybody, y'all remember what Lane said? Land grabs. There ain't no big conspiracy. We don't gotta. We see what's going on.
We're going to war.
We see what's going on. We heading to a war. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Instead of wrestling with the idea and all this stuff, y'all should be getting ready. Y'all should be understanding what's actually going on. And clearly, make Europe great again. Okay, the Gulf of America, turning the Gaza Strip to the MAGA Strip, and joking about it or not joking about it. Because at first, I got on my stream saying, "Oh, this is the art of the deal. This man trolling." But I did say he will not. Let me tell y'all something. I got it on good authority. Birdie told me. He will not accomplish that. He might try. Him and BB might try. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Nas got a funny album. What's it called? It Was Written. That's what it's called. It Was Written.
Yeah, second one.
Yeah. My point is, this was written. What y'all see going on and shit, it ain't no mystery. It ain't no surprise to a lot of people. He said there's a lot of right-wing conservatives out there that believe Trump is the second coming. That's because they dig in their Bible. You know what I'm saying? They dig into their religious texts and shit like that, and they see the time that we're in and how it's matching up with some of the scriptures. And then they're seeing this messianic figure. Okay? My point being that land is up for grabs. We got a cultural divide going on. We got Super Bowl performances that's controversy. We got a conversation on messaging or entertainment. Whole time, everybody arguing on Facebook and shit, talking about y'all missed the bigger picture. They didn't tell y'all what the bigger picture was, but I just sat here and did. We just sat here and talked about it. This is the bigger picture we talked about. Land is up for grabs. Elon Musk is in the White House. They talking about snatching Gaza. They talking about snatching South Sudan. They're talking about now they doing the shit down in South Africa after all the apartheid and shit. Need I say more? Y'all think that's it? What y'all think the Ukraine thing was about? They already got plans. Y'all better check on the BlackRock. They already committed billions and billions of dollars for the reconstruction of Ukraine. Why'd they do that? This ain't about policy. This ain't about politics. This be about what the fuck is under people's feet. That's what's going on. There's uranium. There's all types of gold, all types of precious earthly materials underneath these people's feet. Ukraine, one of the best spots for uranium. Shane said, okay, let me see. Let me catch up. What they talking about? They ain't talking about that. Shout out to Deontay, man, my guy. Should be noted that DeepSeek app from a couple of weeks ago is no longer working. So China just doing shit to just let it be known as well. I didn't know that, but that's a good thing to know. I wish I had my thing. I should write that down so I can look into that, because that's a good point. I think that you're right, Shane, that was just a they threw that out there real quick to let us know. China been fucking with us for years now. And at some point, somebody got to call a spade a spade. I sat on my platform here 2 weeks ago or whatever, I think with you, and I outlined to y'all how China is trying to dominate the next decade. They want the 30s, but they've been fucking with us since the 20s now. They the one that sent COVID over here confirmed. They sent the spy balloon. They droning and dropping and doing all types of weird shit over here. They also had people arrested in New York. They also bought up farmland, a lot of our farmland. They also are the TikTok people. And then now they did the DeepSeek thing. Tell me China ain't at war. We may not be at war with them yet, but they're at war with us. These administrations, these governments, these dynasties, they looking in the next couple decades. Ain't nobody worried about what's going on in 2025. They making plans and movements and shit for their chess piece to be the final chess piece on the board when it's all said and done. They looking at the 2030 movements. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Who the fuck is BB? Shane said BB Netanyahu. Yeah, they said the white Africans are being granted pro-immigration. Exactly. So with the immigration, the visas and the immigration statuses and all the ICE raids that Trump and the borders are doing, they granted clemency. They granted special permission for the white Africans to get immigration. So they're allowed to come on over while we're kicking other people out. They're allowed. They're good. Because, again, there's a land grab going on in South Africa. Africa's been under apartheid. South Africa's been under apartheid for a long, long time. Rest in peace to fucking Nelson Mandela. He sat in a prison cell for forever fighting apartheid. Him and his wife. Shout out to his wife. That's been going on. And that's your boy's stumping ground. That's where Elon comes from. So y'all tell me. But Khalil Hall says, everybody wants to rule the world. Exactly. Black Master, you remember when China pulled up to Palestine and just parked their ship to the coast to watch? I definitely do. Bully tech. China is letting the U.S. know that, hey, you's not the superpower no more. So China's watching all these wars and they got their proxies and all that shit. But China been sunning us, guys. I don't know what y'all been watching. I know we see us get with Israel and we coughing out all these funds and we the big spender and all that. China ain't spending shit, but they've been sunning us every step of the way. We gonna let them get away with sending COVID over here?
We did let that happen. Yeah.
I thought we was the superpower.
Nah, that
ain't nobody barking up China's tree. Don't nobody got nothing to say to China? Xi Jinping? I ain't think so. China got how many people? 1 billion. They can lose our whole population and have 700 million left. That's what China can do. They can lose our whole population. They can afford to lose 300 million people. They got 700 million left, ready to go to war. What are we talking about? We better in the Olympics, though. Facts. Man. That's facts. Hey, we got the FBAs here, man.
Rock us to sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Entertainment.
That also reminds me, let's watch this before I go. I got to close up, but...
I got to bounce.
Man, I got to close up, but let's watch this.
Is this what you wanted me to react to?
I did. Y'all give me a second. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this.
Is very symbolic of the... I think so many people miss this, but if you look directly down at the shadow that is cast, that is very symbolic of the hanged man in tarot. Okay? That is 100% the hangman in tarot. There is something inevitable that will happen, and we are just in the delay, right? And that's kind of what the hanged man is all about, and that's what it represents in the tarot card deck. And I just don't think that people understand like how significant all this symbolism is, especially with this happening in New Orleans. You know, when like Rome was falling, they had people in domes fighting lions and stuff. And here they are, the NFL halftime show, and they're inside of Caesar's dome. And Caesar, you know, was a notorious dictator. But all the way to like the Luther song, the line where he drops like Roman numeral 7, baby. Like that's a Cleopatra reference.
We talked about
like
that.
We are talking about like ancient, archival, spiritual, contextual like receipts. He is like giving an intersection to so many different things in form of artistic revolution. Like this type of symbolism is just incredible to me.
Oh, how do I minimize it? Let me maximize myself and stop sharing my screen. Shane said we talked about that for sure. Yeah, Luther might go number 1 on the charts, but I think Luther is a really, really interesting song. I think people should really look into Luther. My point in showing that at the end where we're talking about is that we all know that America has been compared to Rome numerous times. We've heard that, right? The fall of Rome and the similarities. And, you know, we picked a lot of stuff up from Rome, the Roman days, actually.
For sure.
The numerical system, a lot of our stuff that we actually do, a lot of people don't understand that where we get that from in Greek and all that, like even the months. Do y'all ever wonder why January is called January and all that stuff? Y'all should look into that. But the point being is that she made a point in there at the end where she said during the fall of Rome, they did a lot of entertainment at the Roman Colosseums. Yeah, cuz. Hell nah. Look who it is.
Lee Chapo.
Yeah. Modern day Babylon. Fact. Exactly. That's my point, is that there's mad similarities between the fall of Rome and the time that we actually live in right now with our entertainment, and how what Cuz was saying earlier, you know, everybody don't want to be entertained, or everybody don't want to, you know, everybody don't want to see the deep stuff. But I'm saying, tell that to the Roman people 2 weeks before Rome fell. I'm sure they wish now that they would have been paying his fucking attention, but they was busy at the Colosseum. That's my point. You don't know, you know, they say it took Rome forever to be built, but it fell in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it fell in a day. It could be just like that, man. Just like that. So it's important for us to kind of be a little bit. We grown now. We ain't the kids no more, y'all. We got kids. We should know a little bit about what's going on.
Man, and I'm just so solution based that I just be so conflicted at moments like this. I sit, we have a 2.5 hour conversation, and then you get to the end, and you're like, but what the fuck are we supposed to do about it all? We up here talking about nothing. What the fuck are we supposed to do about it all? I'm gonna probably wake up and go punch my 9 to 5 clock, go watch my entertainment.
Yeah, but you know what? Look at that on the screen. Who's the real know-it-all? Knowing is half the battle. I tell you all the time. The man with one eye in the land of the blind is king. This is your host, Lord of Lips. This is another installment of the live stream or the know-it-alls page. I'm your host, Lord of Lips, episode 27. Signing.